Yeah. It's been weird here.
I mean, I spent today, so like my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
we celebrated yesterday with a couple of friends. And we
Mm.
went over to their place and just played games on the Switch. We played like Mario Party.
Okay, yeah.
Um, ate cake and I made salsa and we just had hot dog hamburgers and stuff. It was raining, so we were going to be outside and like grill and
Yeah.
stuff, but it was raining, so we ate inside. And then today I spent most of the fucking morning in the hot, humid shit trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my lawnmower. Because it was like working, you know.
Yeah.
It was sounding a little funny, but it was working. And then I went over to this friend's house on Friday to help clean her yard because she's not very good because her husband's deployed right now, so she's not very good with like tools and stuff. So I was like, I'll load the mower up and we'll cut the grass, you know, so it looks good for Saturday. And I brought the weed whip and stuff like that. And like 2 minutes into mowing, the thing just fucking dies on me. Won't start back up. And I was like, fucking A. So today I took it all apart, cleaned the carburetor out. Carburetor was fine. It's only ever had premium gas in it, so it's not like gelling up because it's not, there's no ethanol, so it's not breaking down and turning into like varnish, which like layering in the tubes and the carburetor. I don't know if you know anything about engines or not, but
vaguely, yeah.
But gas, like the longer it sits, it kind of breaks down, turns into like this varnish, and the more ethanol that's in it, the kind of stickier and gunkier it gets.
Yeah.
And so I cleaned that all. There's no like varnish or anything in it, so I'm like, okay, whatever. But I cleaned it out anyways because I had a part. Put a new spark plug in it. Put a new air filter in it. All that other stuff. Got it running, and it was still kind of sputtering a little bit. And then when I let it go, which is after I run it for any length of time, when I let it go, like let's say I have to stop while I'm mowing to like empty the bag out, or pick up a stick or move a piece of yard furniture or something. And I go to restart it again, it won't start. So now I got to figure out what I bet it's like not getting enough compression or the fuel air mix isn't right.
Yeah.
And I gotta fuck with it, but
that sounds.
That's what I did all day, and then it's too humid because I was gonna start this other project today, where I have this beautiful stock.
Nice.
The gun for it is right here. It is out of the stock.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah,
but this is a World War II dated beechwood stock.
Nice.
So it's not walnut; it's a piece of beechwood, which is fine. I kind of like that because you don't see
that color's lovely. That's really nice.
The color's wrong.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It was darker, and then somebody who owned it before lightly sanded it, like very lightly. So the dimensions are still there. Like normally when people sand guns, the stocks get so small. So they lightly sanded it, and then they just put this huge layer of polyurethane over it.
Oh god, yeah, now I can see it. Okay.
Yeah. So like I got really good stripper to strip it all off, all the polyurethane, and then I'm gonna re-oil it so it gets this nice dark color again like it originally would have had. And then I'm going to tongue oil it, which was historically one of the methods they used for. But like you can see how dark it was right there.
Yeah. Oh no.
From the original like oil they had on it because he didn't sand this because this is where the stock sockets the color, you know. But like the rest of it, all the high spots, he sanded all of the finish off of it and then polyurethaned it.
So what is she? Is she a Long Branch or a Savage or?
So this one is an LSA, so it's a London Small Arms, and it started its life. The receiver was made in 1915.
Oh, okay,
It was a true number 3, and then they gave it a star pattern. It must have gone in during World War I or something to be retrofitted. And then after World War I, this is one of the like 10,000 that they made the struck star pattern. So they converted back from star patterns to number 3. So this is a really rare one because for one, it's an LSA, which they didn't make a ton of them because they were busy making other shit during World War I. And then not only that, it was converted to star pattern, and then it's one of the 10,000 that became a struck star. So it's actually a very historically significant SMLE, and so I want to make it as and then obviously during World War II it got a beating with stock.
Yeah.
So and so it's like it's a beautiful story rifle because it has all this nuance to it, and I can't wait to fix it up.
Well, that's good. I like that.
And then I'm gonna take it out to reenactments and beat the shit out of it.
On that note, let's fuck it out. This is gonna be hilarious.
First thing I'm gonna do is just wedge it to the fucking sight base in the mud.
Right.
But
let's see. Share screen.
It also got so during World War II, it got a Canadian property mark. So it has
okay.
It does have a Canadian property mark on it. So that's another good reason I wanted it. I needed to get a Canadian SMLE.
Oh god, this is gonna be horrendous.
World War I British display, hell yeah.
Well, let's see how many times he try and count how many times he mentions the film 1917.
There's no volume. There's no sound, Jake.
Oh, is there no sound? Oh shit. Okay.
No sound,
Why? I'll send you the link and see if it works on your side.
Sure.
Eh.
It's like, do you have headphones or something plugged in?
No, I've got my normal mic and it's coming out my speakers, my end.
All right, I'll close this so then people don't see your.
Thank you. All my pornography tabs open. Yeah.
Yep, all your information. We'll pull it up here. All right, let's see here. I want to present, and I want to share screen, and I want to put the tab, and I want it to be that tab, and I want to share it. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. You let me know if there's volume.
Hello, guys. Dragon-Man here. I'm in the Colorado Springs. And
you can hear it and everything, right?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Last night I went to see that new movie, 1917, about the British, World War I. And I have a British display in the museum. And follow me. Let me show you what we have here. That was a very good movie. It showed what the soldiers went through, trench fighting during World War I. The British were there, in 1914. The Americans didn't arrive until 1917.
Look at that cool leather jacket.
Okay, follow me.
All right. And all that plastic over every single uniform.
Interested in military history, I recommend you go see that movie, 1917.
Just got to casually stop and look at the ghillie suit one.
Hey, this is my British display over here. And if you go to see that movie, I'll show you a few things you're going to see in the movie. First of all, these are the type of uniforms they wore.
No, it wasn't.
They were made out of wool. And when it got wet, I'm sure it took 2 or 3 days to dry.
No,
okay. This is the type of Enfield that they use with the correct bayonet. It shoots a .303 caliber rifle bullet. The bullet actually travels.
All right.
Have you noticed something about the scabbard? Actually, it might not be. Give me a second. I might be talking at my ass. Give me a minute.
What's wrong with the scabbard?
Give me a minute. I might be talking at my ass. I say that and then second guess myself. Yeah, no. The scabbard's run the wrong way.
Oh, well, that's just him, whatever.
Thing is, normally they don't allow you to do that, They're not. They're a bit.
Right. Well, it depends on where it was made. Because if you have one of the American ones, you can put it in the wrong way.
True.
And it works just fine. You could do it either way, and it's not going to hurt it because the American ones design their scabbards to be
True. It's just the way it goes in your equipment isn't gonna work because you must always have it on
the
your
wrong side. Yeah.
yeah. So it's just
But he could not have it wrong technically because like this one is one of the Remington made
it's weird
ones.
because I saw it when I first
It
watched
is
it. I was like,
entirely reversible. And it
fun.
yeah. But he also probably doesn't know that because he doesn't know a lot.
I know. Well, it shows you for all the World War One, he's putting on the uniforms.
That's right. I also love how they're all wearing World War II equipment.
Well, wait until you get to the mannequin that's behind. That's just to his left there.
Sure, let's
wait for that one.
Travels around 2,500 feet per second. There's a Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, different Enfields. We got the carbine is right over here. This is the carbine. I have all the rifles that the British used in World War One and World War II.
Jungle carbine.
Okay, and check it out. If you go see the movie, this is the kind of searchlights that they had back then. See that? And the 38 revolver, Webley, it's called. These are pretty cool. Hey, you got to pull the cocking handle back. See, and you push the lever over here. See, and
it would have been 455.
the pistol breaks, see, in half and pushes the shells out. Now watch that. So I'm going to push the lever. I'm going to bend it. Now look at that. See, it rises and pushes the shells right out. Now you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 38s in there. See that? And you're ready to fire. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I got a few of these. They use these right through World War One and the beginning of World War II.
Right.
Okay, over here, let's see.
You showed me a World War One uniform, actually.
I know.
If you go see the movie, you'll see they shot down one of the airplanes. See, I have a little model of the little airplane that they used during World War One in 1914, 1915, 1917. See, and they got twin Lewis machine guns. See over there.
The Germans had
on the top. Really antiquish. And this is the type of airplane that the Red Baron flew too. See? The Red Baron and Snoopy. See, read your history books. You'll learn all about this. Or if you want to learn about military history, come check me out this spring and summer when my museum is open. You're definitely going to learn a lot if you take my tour. Okay, over here, look at the bugle they used in World War One. In fact, it's dated 1917, if you guys could see that. 1917, the bugle.
Right.
Okay, let's see if it still works.
I mean, it's an American one, but sure.
Charge! Come on, over the trench. Come on, man, let's get them. Sometimes I get carried away.
Right. With your American bugle there, yeah.
Okay, guys. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, they used the Sten machine gun in World War II, 9mm. See, I have all the Enfields in my show cabinets. And in the movie, they used the flare gun. I actually have the same type of flare gun that they used in the movie. Yeah, right over here. These are the British flare guns that they used in World War One and World War II.
That one's a
see that? And keep in mind, 90% of everything in my museum works, fully operational. Okay, over here, this is the type of gas mask that they used in World War II.
It was civilian gas mask.
And this is the helmet they wore in World War One and World War II. See that? All original.
The Mark II.
Yeah.
And check this out. World War One wooden ammo crates.
This is the best one.
I have
Look at the
3 of these. World War One ammo crates. That ammo crate is over 100 years old.
It says December 64 on it.
Okay, guys, if you see the movie, this is the World War One binoculars that they used during the movie with the original case. See, World War One British binoculars. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Okay, let me show you this. This is the
The grenade.
reinforced gun, Enfield, that they used in World War One for the grenade launcher. Dated 1917. This is the first grenade launcher ever put on a British rifle.
No.
I was real lucky to get this.
No,
Okay,
it's
there's little indentations there. See, and this goes on there. See, like that. You hold these two clips together. You screw this down, and it locks down. And now we have a grenade launcher. The first grenade launcher, dated 1917, that the British used during World War One and World War Two. Okay, put that back. Yeah, I got some rare stuff. I got stuff in my museum you'll probably never see in other museums around the country.
No,
I
it's
have
shit.
one. I have one.
You never see anywhere else because it's bollocks.
Okay, guys, this is the same type of canteen you'll see in the movie that they used to get
They were,
the
blue
the
and
milk.
one actually.
Yeah, no, it should be blue. Yeah,
from a
exactly.
cow that was left in the barn. And later on in the movie, the soldier was hiding in some ruins, and a lady came out with a 6-month-old baby, and the baby needed milk, and the soldier
Like it's
gave
real.
the baby the milk from the canteen, just like this.
Who cares?
Right.
Okay, everything I just mentioned, if you go see the movie, 1917, you're going to see all the items I just showed you.
Yep, all the World War II.
Okay, guys, just want to show you what's going on in the British room. My museum opens up. I think we're down to 2.5 months. We'll be open. And this year, we're going to have it open 2 days a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. If you like any more information, just give me a call, 719-683-2200.
Call
And-
him. Everybody call him.
And tell him how crap his museum is.
How crap his fucking museum is.
Oh God! Like it's like right. His actual house is like an old diner as well, which is even more bizarre.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird.
It's just like,
Oh, I think the worst one. Well, that was bad anyway. But the worst one is like his American Revolution display.
oh my god, there's some that are like, one of them is like, this is a rifle they used, and it's like a pattern 53 Enfield, and it's like that's a,
Well, like,
that's a
this is the
concussion
French
backup.
rifle. This is the British. This is the British rifle, and like, it's some weird Prussian thing that was like from 20 years after the American Revolution ended. It's so bad, and then all the uniforms are like cheap crap from like a joke shop.
Yeah, like
Uh,
Party City British Redcoat Halloween.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then like in the the British flag he's got in the display is like a post not 1815 Union flag with Queen Elizabeth II's crest on it. I'm like, what?
It's just how he is. But like, he's a national treasure.
Oh yeah. Should be
I love
buried
him for his
fucking trench.
entertainment value.
But like one of the weird things, he had like all the muskets laid down with the bayonets on opposite this
Oh
cabinet.
yeah, I remember that.
And I'm
We should
like,
watch that one. You have
That's
the
a
link to that
lawsuit.
one?
Wait, if anyone wants to go look in the cabinets, they have to risk being stabbed in the back with a bayonet. Like how they're laying down on this table.
You have the link to that one because we'll watch it.
Yeah, it's
Just having my whiskey.
it literally.
But yeah, so I had to take the grips off my bayonet too for this SMLE. This is a bayonet I got with that SMLE. It's Canadian Property Mark II.
Okay, yeah.
But the grips on it were fucked. So I got better grips for it
Oh, fair.
that'll match the rifle. I'll just when I strip the wood, my beautiful somebody sanded and then polyurethaned SMLE wood from this gun that I bought. Once I strip it and do it all correctly, I'll do the bayonet grips to match because then my OCD won't be like, man.
I did pick up another SMLE bayonet a little while ago for like 50 quid at an auction. It was
Is it a
the
good
blade
one?
was lovely. Annoyingly, annoyingly, a lot of the markings towards the hilt had been ground off But the blade
So
itself,
scrubbed,
yeah, the blade itself though was beautiful. It was really, really nice.
still two-tone and everything.
It was polished blade, and I'm trying. I'll see if I can get a picture of it somewhere. But I ended up selling it because I was like, I already have a Sanderson one. It's not a rare one, but like my Sanderson one was right.
You don't want to have like 16 of them like I do.
I know you've got a lot.
Got a lot of FMLEs. So.
But
I love the rifle to death.
my dad used to have one, which was when he was in the army. They bought a bunch. The regiment bought a bunch, and for the Corps drum sidearm, they had chromed 1907 bayonets, which is really, really cool. Oh God, this...
that just hurts my.
No, honestly, well, the metalwork on the handle was all chromed. The blade itself was like I can't remember, Parker.
So you only have one though, right?
So it's been given to the regimental museum now.
Okay.
It's with the drums display at the museum now.
Heck yeah. I even had to go through the trouble of buying brand new hardware for this bayonet, brand new circuits.
Oh, okay. Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Because you know how once those wood grip panels swell and the metal on them so shitty that to take them off, you basically fuck them.
Yeah, like I need to get a replacement set screw for this side of that one. So
yeah, the split head screw or whatever.
Yeah.
It's easy if you want to go to like the hardware store. You can buy a regular like flathead screwdriver bit.
Yeah.
And then you could just take like a Dremel and grind out the middle of it.
That's true.
Because I find that because a lot of the ones, the actual like split head point ones, the points are too long and you'll bend them. So I went and I just bought a flathead screwdriver and I ground out the center so it's shorter.
That's cool. I just love the footage of a World War I ammo box, and it's literally dated 64.
It's fine. It's the same kind of wood they used, maybe sorta.
And the funny thing is,
like
it's 1964
uniform in there.
It's 1964 dated, and it's for Mark 7 ammunition, which didn't come out until World War II.
Yeah.
1930s, still.
Yeah, and so it's like, I get it. He's trying, but it's like,
no,
Google
he's not.
Google search some shit. Because it's not like there isn't World War I ammo out there. Like I even have 303 ammo from the Boer War, like original cartridges
just
from
like,
the Boer War.
Like he's pointing at it, saying it's World War One, and then the camera's showing it's not World War One.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one thing pointing at it from a distance like he did the one you guys watched on this stream the other night.
Well,
at stuff from afar.
He could make the museum so much better instead of just like, I understand he wants to be like this know-it-all and he has all this confidence, He's like, this is it. But he could be like, this is like what they had in World War I. This is post-dated ammo. But it's like, this is similar to what they had.
Yeah, or this is an example of something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of him being like, that's it. That's the real deal.
That's real deal.
Put riding a unicorn rare right there.
When we play this video, the funniest bit though is the George Washington outfit on the mannequin.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get it going here.
Everyone set yourself and get a drink.
Is that an original Revolutionary War drum?
How you doing, guys? Dragon Man here. I'm at my Civil War display over here, and I just want to show you what it looks like this year. I doubled my firearms display this winter.
How many more
and really running out of room. But let me show you what's going on here.
Right.
Okay, so this is my Civil War display. These are all the muskets, the firearms. Most of them are dated 1861 when the Civil War started to 1865. And these are all original drums. And over here, check out these shoes that the soldiers would have wore back then. Look at that, all original. See, they had horseshoes on the bottom. I'm always getting more and more stuff. And hey, this here's the Spencer rifle that the Indians used against George Custard. See that little bighorn?
George
And this
Custard.
holds 7 rounds
Right.
in the chamber. And the caliber is
It's 52.
56 caliber. Let me show you the size of the shell. Unbelievable. That thing hits you, you are dead. See, and these are rimfire.
Mhm.
See, there's no blasting cap in the back. These can't be reloaded.
I better
Okay.
better not be a
And
plastic cap in the
when you
back.
come see my museum, I'm going to tell you how the Indians got these rifles that was supposed to go to the Union Army.
Right.
Okay,
You know,
Union
most
Army,
weapons the
They
Indians
bought
used.
them.
the Springfield
Like-
Armory made this for them. This is the newest and
Regular
latest weapon back then. And this is a trapdoor gun. See, you open up the breech block,
You put
and
on
the
double cock and then open
40-70 caliber goes right in there.
The
Let me show
40.
you that shell.
Right.
Hey, look at the size of this. This will kill an elephant.
45,
And that goes right in here.
73.
You close the breech block, and you got the cocking handle back, and you're ready to fire. The only downfall with this is there's no magazine. It would only shoot 1 bullet at a time.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. April 14th, 1865. Abraham Lincoln got shot
I got the
Oh, yeah?
actual.
in Washington there at the Ford Theater by a bad guy named John Spooth. And this was
You mean boot?
just like the weapon he used to shoot Lincoln in the right side of the head. Henry Derringer made these. This is as close as you get to the gun that killed Lincoln. The original gun is still in the Ford Theater.
Well,
They made a
that's-
museum.
To that gun. go
Into
to
it.
the Ford Theatre.
Okay, there's really a lot you're going to learn when you come see my museum. Look at the show cabinets. Everything's full to the max.
Look at
Like-
the bayonets.
I really got a lot of stuff this
Oh,
winter.
yeah.
Not only that, look at the new firearms I purchased this winter.
It's a
What
danger
a
hazard.
collection. Where am I going to put all this stuff?
Not
And
there.
Okay, look at this. 260-year-old blunderbuss. This was the shotgun back then. And this is what the soldiers, George Washington soldiers, used against the British.
No, they didn't.
And this is a very nice piece in excellent shape. It's called a flintlock.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, now scan these guns here. Take a look at all these weapons here.
yep.
These are really rare. Here's a rare one. They only made 500 of these.
Great. That's a P-53.
And this has 2 hammers. Look at that. But only 1 barrel. See that? See, you put the blasting cap on there. You put the powder with your powder horn in the barrel. Then you put the ball in there. Then you take this rod out. See, like that. And then you have to pack everything in there. See, like that. And then finally, you're ready to fire it.
Right.
See, you pull the trigger. It's only got 1 trigger. The right one goes first. The left one goes next.
Well, you know what the cool thing about that rifle is? He actually does have a pretty cool piece there. The cool thing about that rifle is the firing cones were set at different intervals.
Yeah.
So what you could do is you could load it with a powder charge in your ball and seat it and seal it, and then you could load it with another powder charge and another ball.
Ah, okay.
Because the firing things would, so like the tube, I forget what side was longer, but like it would set, you would cock both of them, and you could fire the first one and then cock the hammer on the second one and fire the second one.
Okay, that's quite
You could
clever.
have 2 shots in the same barrel. So that's kind of rare, but they never used those in the military because they had tendency to just people
Fire off
fucking
both charges at once.
blow up. Yeah. So,
Yeah. You
but,
basically
like,
create a
no,
pipe bomb.
it's cool like that because it is a single barrel. They offset and staggered it so you could pack
Oh,
it twice.
Where you
And
pause it, you can see George Washington mannequin in the
like
back.
then, look at him. It was big. beefy man.
But it's the blunderbuss thing. This is what they used against. When did they use it against the British? The blunderbuss.
It's like, this is the shotgun back in the day. It's like, do you know how many people would load just like pellets into their regular musket out hunting?
It's a
And go
it's
shoot
basically
birds with it
a shotgun as
all
it is
the
anyway. Just a long-barreled shotgun.
It's all it was. So It's just
Oh.
funny though.
It's just the bayonets just like on the weapons sticking out across the fucking foot walkway.
I hope he has blind people come to his museum sometimes. Bump him into shit, you know.
Like, especially
I
how
can just see him getting pissed, but he can't like do anything because they're blind. Somebody should go there and pretend to be blind and just be like grabbing stuff and like knocking it over, not knowing where shit is, you know.
I hurt myself. Well, you shouldn't be walking in the field of bayonets.
That's right. Like with the video with the morphine syringes that were actually just iodine vials. Yeah. And I'm like, those are just iodine vials. It'll paralyze you. All right.
Oh, let's go.
Let's take a look here.
So the only advantage of that was to put the blasting cap on here, and you wouldn't have to do that when you reload the second time because it's only got one barrel. There was all different manufacturers back then during the Civil War, and all the different manufacturers had different ideas how to make firearms. They were making these guns so fast they didn't even have time to blue the metal. These are bare metal. They were pumping them out. They needed all.
Well, okay, hold the phone. Do you know why actually most Civil War guns are in the white?
Go.
They aren't usually initially in the white. Some of the fittings are, but like normally they blew them, but because of how the steel quality was and stuff back then, the bluing just rubbed off because of the other components in the steel.
Exactly.
So it just didn't stick.
It's almost like they're old.
Yeah, weird. So, but it's very common for the bluing to basically just brush off. Because,
and also when over years and years of people polishing the fuck out of them for no reason, sometimes just shit comes off.
Yeah, but it's like one of those things where it's like a lot of them are in the white just because the bluing didn't stick very good through the processes they had at the time. So.
All kinds of firearms. Okay, over here, check this out. This gun here is almost 300 years old. See, it's not a double barrel shotgun. It's a double barrel musket. And the way this works is the flint, that's a rock, would go into the hammer here. You put some real fine powder on the outside of the rifle. And when the flint hits this metal over here, it would make a spark. Light the fine black powder, and that would ignite the powder inside the barrel, and the firearm would fire. See that? Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Okay, guys, you come around here. Check out these weapons. All these pistols, 250 to 300 years old. The first flintlock pistols in America.
The very first ones ever? Oh my God.
What a collection. Okay, over here we got weapons 250 to 300 years old. Okay, so when Benjamin Franklin went to France to talk to the French government to get soldiers to come back and help George Washington fight the British, this is the weapon the French army used to fight the British. 78 caliber flintlock.
No, it wasn't.
See that? And I'm going to show you the.
And it's also too short.
The slug that it shoots.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, look at that slug. Unbelievable. That thing hits your head coming off.
That's not
okay, so anyway, these are some of the founding fathers over there. Thomas Jefferson, he's on your $2 bill. And he wrote and signed the Declaration of Independence. If you look on your $2 bill, there he is, Thomas Jefferson. And there's a beautiful picture here of the signing of the Declaration of Independence on the $2 bill. Okay, Benjamin Franklin, he's on the $100 bill. He was a diplomat. And then we got Alexander Hamilton, he's on your $10 bill. And he was the first treasurer in America. Okay, over here, we got Andrew Jackson. He was your 7th president in 1829. And he's on your $20 bill. Okay, we got John Adams. He was your 2nd president. We can't forget about Martha. Martha was George Washington's wife. And there's George Washington himself with the soldiers all around him.
Yep.
He was our first president in 1789.
No, he wasn't.
See that? So if you want to learn about the American Revolutionary War, the Civil War, Declaration of Independence, the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of the United States. You come see me this summer, and we give you the
Oh, yeah.
2-hour tour. We're doing everything different this year. You don't have to buy any tickets. You don't have to look it up on a computer. All you do is show up 10 o'clock on Sunday,
Hey.
Wednesday, or Friday, and buy a ticket then. It's $20 for a 2-hour tour. The museum opens April 9th at 10 o'clock on a Sunday, and we'll have it open all the way to November, Veterans Day, November 11th. Any questions about my military museum? Just give me a call, 719-683-2200. No matter where you guys go, you're not going to see a better collection than what I have here.
Right.
I beg to differ.
I also beg to differ.
Oh God.
You have the Declaration of Independence. I love that.
Decoration.
He had my favorite founding father there, Andrew Jackson.
No, mine was Martha. I remember Martha. She was right below John Hancock on the.
Yeah.
Martha.
That's fucking great. I love how he's like, oh, look at all this stuff for the like
It's
all
like,
these guns,
all
and they're
these-
not even
all these
right.
pistols. Here are my badly dressed mannequins.
My Party City George Washington outfit.
Just
George Washington never in his life wore a gigantic fucking bicorn like that.
Thing is, the hat as well. If you see, it's got one of those like nylon draw cord
In
things
the
at
back,
the
it's literally
Tying it
like
up.
a Party City George Washington.
It's like a string bag.
Yep, John Rhodes
It's
Smooth.
almost smooth. Yeah.
He was pretty smooth, all right. Killed the president after all. Slid right on in, just kapat.
Was he a smooth criminal?
That's right, he was. Look at his name. He was a
But
smooth
it's like
criminal.
it's like the Native American like stuff he's got there as well. It's the most slightly racist shit in
It's
the
like
world.
the shit you buy when you're like driving through Arizona, and they're like, "This is like what the natives had back in the day." And their colors are like so artificially bright, and
Oh, like no one on the reservation wears that.
they're both chiefs. Those are the guys there.
Oh fucking hell!
I do like where he's like, "The Spencer carbine was used to kill."
George Custard. He called
That's
him
right.
George Custard. It's just. Oh fucking hell!
What a bunch of shit. Fucking Dragon Man. I love watching this. It's just hilarious to watch. I watch him for the
Oh.
entertainment value, not really because it's good. But
Oh my god! It's got a separate fucking one.
he's got
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
lot. I'm surprised he doesn't serve food there to make even more money.
Do you want a shit sandwich? This is what Martha made.
Exactly. It'll be like a Twinkie in the plastic.
It's like this is the real deal.
That's right. Real Revolutionary War.
This is the rations they had back at the day. It's like tins.
All right. Let's get it up in a full screen mode,
Oh, what the fuck?
and then we'll get him going.
Oh god, there's one of them where he's wearing it.
Oh God.
Oh god, no, I've got to show you this one. This one's better. It has to be.
All right. This one's short. This one's only
Yeah.
5 minutes of the revolution.
Oh yeah, that one's.
Look at that. That bicorn with that perfect dent in it. Not shaped at all.
I must like all these very famous people all look the same. Don't know why.
2 million subs. Let's take a look. We can take a look at his subs. As he is 256,000 subs.
How? Is it just
I know.
like,
I've got 5.5. We're doing pretty good.
Is it just like? Is it just like kind of like hate to watch it kind of like pity? Oh, I just love reading the comments sometimes. It's like, oh my god, it's so amazing! I can't wait to go. Don't give this man money.
It's $20 for 2 hours.
You
He's
guys
got
ready
enough
for
as
a
it
history
is.
lesson? If you guys didn't know it, this is George Washington. and you guys been carrying a picture of
He's a
him
lot whiter than I
in your
thought.
wallet your whole life. There he is on the $1 bill, George Washington, very famous guy, one of the guys that helped build America. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you about the American Revolutionary War. The 13 colonies, see, I had a sign made over there. The 13 colonists in 1775 all got together and wanted to declare their independence from the British. The British were taxing them to death. Okay, in 1776, they did declare their independence, and they picked George Washington to be a general and create the first army in America, the Continental Army. He had a very, very hard time doing that with the 13 colonists, tens of thousands of men, because they weren't used to taking orders. They were bums, they were drunks, they were farmers. You know, they didn't really know anything about being a soldier. They'd go practice with George Washington for 2 or 3 days, and then they want to go home. He had a very hard time. So anyway, then he picked, in 1777, he picked Benjamin Franklin. He's on your $100 bill. And he was a diplomat. He put Benjamin Franklin on a sailboat and sent him to France to talk to the French government to send troops back to help George Washington fight the British and create the first army in America. Benjamin Franklin really didn't have a hard time doing that because the French people back then hated the British. So he got tens of thousands of troops to come back and help George Washington create his own army. Okay, the French army was using these flintlocks. This gun's 250 years old.
No, it's
called a flintlock. See that? And this is the weapon that they used to fight the British.
Pause it. Oh God.
It's got like no proof markings whatsoever. That is, it's like, I don't think that thing's even made in France. That thing that he's holding.
Well, it's not the right pattern. It could still actually be a French gun, but it might not be.
I think it's like it's an Italian Repro. That's what I honestly think it is.
But it's not a full 3-band. It's a shorter rifle. They would have given them all the 3 bands.
Yeah, there's no fitting on that anywhere.
What they gave the Americans was the 66 pattern Charleville musket. It was actually the most common musket of the American Revolution used by the Americans. Was actually the 1766 pattern Charleville musket.
And then also then they're using Brown Besses as well.
Yeah,
or anything else.
I love when people are like, "Yeah, we killed the British with a fuck ton of French guns.
We had a Kentucky long rifle."
Yeah.
Yeah, how many of them?
If I look at what a 1766 Charleville looks like here, just to refresh my memory, that's
the thing is, in another video, he claims that one's the British one.
I mean, it's so hard to tell if he's never gonna do that.
He doesn't show anything. It's just like. And then when he does show the dates, he turns out he's wrong anyway.
They're all flintlock brand. I want to know who this flintlock guy is because he must have made fuckloads of money.
This is the flint. It's a rock.
It's a rock. No shit.
It just reminds me of the whole SpongeBob thing. That's not a boulder. It's a rock.
It's a rock. The pioneers used to ride them for miles.
It's a rock.
But
oh God, pay attention, Jake. Us Americans use blunderbusses.
That's right. I would love to have a Charleville. The 77 pattern though.
Yeah. The real one.
In fact, look at all these weapons in the cabinet here. These guns, these flintlocks are 250 to 300 years old. I've been getting these from other museums all around the United States. My collection is growing more and more every year.
I've got more money than sense.
Okay, so let's go back to George Washington here. 4 years later, in 1781, the British surrendered and went back to Great Britain. In 1787, the Constitution of the United States was printed and signed by our founding fathers. Okay, here's some of the founding fathers. Thomas Jefferson, he's on your $2 bill. He was our third president. Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, he's on your $10 bill. Over here, we have Andrew Jackson. He's on your $20 bill.
And was a child.
And John Adams, he was our second president, right after George Washington. And these are some of the founding fathers in America. In 1789, George Washington became our first president. He did 2 tours. That's 8 years. He got out in 1797. He passed away 2 years later in 1799. He's the only president that never slept in the White House. The White House was finally finished in the year 1800. Okay, and we can't forget about Martha.
Lasted
this is President George Washington's wife, Martha. Okay, guys. Well, anyway, if you want to learn a lot more about military history going all the way back to George Washington right through Iraq and Afghanistan, you just come see me on a Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday at 10 o'clock. The museum will be open all through the summer until then.
Sounds like a plan, guy. That way I could get half sort of correct information, but it's so vague I can't really fact check it.
Oh my God, it's one of the founding fathers, Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
How did you learn to write so young?
I don't want to get an internship at his museum all the way out in Colorado. I could give one hell of a better tour.
Well, like, it's just like you had 2 tours. Like, what was it in fucking Basra?
It's a term, yeah. It's a term.
Oh, no. He was clearly on a Hyena Road with everyone else.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. The one where he's wearing the fucking. This is
like he just repeats the same shit over and over again. It just gets more and more ridiculous.
It's next year's video. It's fine.
He has to keep pushing it.
Let's see if it got any better.
There's always a 4th of July. He's got to keep doing it somewhere.
All right, let's.
Oh my God!
How you doing, guys? Dragon Man here. The year is 1775, and I've just volunteered for George Washington's army.
Look at those doors.
He's our general. And 1775, the 13 colonists, they all got together and wanted to get their independence, from the British. They were tired of paying taxes. We got a whole sign here with the 13 colonists. 1775. Right? In 1776, the independence was signed, and they declared their independence from the British. And the war started. And they fought the British for the next 4 years. These are some of the weapons that the George Washington's army used. These are called flintlocks. These weapons are anywhere from 250 to 300 years old, and these are all fully operational flintlocks. See that? And the powder is held in a horn, a powder horn. See, and that's how they put the powder, in the gun. And then they put the ball in there, and they push the rod in, and the flint makes a spark and lights the black powder. This is the flint. They're rocks. And the flint would go right in there. And as this goes back, see that? You cock it. The powder would be on here, a little powder. You pull the trigger, see that? It would spark and light the gunpowder and ignite the powder and shoot the bullet out of the barrel. And that's how it worked back then. Okay? Okay, so anyway, George Washington was having a very hard time training the men because the men from the 13 colonies, they were never soldiers. They didn't know what it would be to be a soldier. They practice with George Washington, and then they want to go home after 2 or 3 days. So that was pretty bad. So in 1777, George Washington sent Benjamin Franklin to France to talk to the French government to try to get troops to come back and help George Washington fight the British. Back then, the French people hated the British. So Benjamin Franklin really had no problem getting the men to come back. And the French used these type of flintlocks to fight the British. See that? And that was like 75 caliber. big hole, and that's a
69
flintlock.
caliber.
And this is fully operational. This gun is 260
You
years
saying
old.
it's Martha then.
Okay, these are the founding fathers of America, and let me name them over here. Here's Thomas Jefferson. He was our 17th president. He's on your $2 bill. You know, if you kids didn't know that. Okay, Alexander Hamilton. He's on your $10 bill. If you want to check him out. Benjamin Franklin is on the $100 bill, and Andrew Jackson is on your $20 bill. Okay, this lady here, her name is Martha. This is George Washington's wife, right? Okay, so anyway, all the French people came back to help George Washington, and a few years later, in 1781, the British surrendered, right? Okay, a couple of years later, the Constitution of the United States was printed and signed by our founding fathers in 1787. In 1789, George Washington became our first president of the United States. He did 2 tours. That's 8 years.
Instead of drawing it
okay, after he got out of there in 97, John Adams took his place. 2 years later, he passed away. He's the only president that never slept in the White House. The White House was finally done in the year 1800. George Washington passed away in 1799. So what I want to tell you kids that are watching out there, we got a little contest going on, and I'd like you to draw Dragon Man some pictures about George Washington. See, some kid sent me this in. This is D-Day on Omaha, Utah Beach. And another, this picture here is from Desert Storm. So you 6 to 10-year-olds, if you could send Dragon Man a picture, you're going to win $100. I'm going to send you this Colorado Springs Military Museum check for $100. I'll pick out the best picture at the end of the month, and I'll notify the winner. So what you do is you draw your picture, you send it to 1200 Dragon Man Drive, Colorado Springs, Colorado, 80929, and put your name, your phone number, return address, and by the end of the month, the 30th, we're going to tell you on Facebook who the winner is. And we're going to do that maybe once a month to get all you young kids interested in military history. I'm going to tell you all the stuff that you never learned in school.
Yeah.
Any questions? Give me a call. 719-683-2200.
Draw your favorite founding fathers, Martha Washington and Andrew Jackson.
It looks like the shittest speed dating in the world. We've got like the written on name tag.
I don't know why he doesn't like write out a fucking like thing and just tape it to the bottom of the fucking camera. That he could just follow a fucking script. Because it's like awkward. Oh. It's very awkward. I understand it. Like, because like my early videos were the same way before I was like good at talking on camera and like had a better setup and shit. Like it was rough, but like it's not hard to talk on camera.
Like you would have a couple of attempts. He just goes one attempt and then just carries on.
Yeah. We'll do it live. It's fine.
So someone draw a trans Martha Washington and submit it.
Send it in.
Oh, there was a great one. There was a video of him like at the end of a Memorial Day tour. He handed American flags to everyone, and I'm thinking, well, he's got enough of them to hand out. He's not going to be short of them. It's like
doesn't have a fucking like factory making fucking American flags somewhere else.
What I love though is all those American flags will literally have "Made in China" on them.
Yeah. I wonder how much a pallet of those little American flags costs.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, guys, don't bully me about my presence on camera. Don't bully me. I'll come.
It's like, no, I want to see the foot of your big chair all the time again when you did those boot videos.
To be fair, I got rid of those chairs. We don't have those anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know, right?
They're famous.
I should have auctioned that one off and had somebody Take it. This is a
Every
famous
chair comes.
internet
Every
player.
chair comes with a free pair of putties.
Yeah. Got a lot of pairs of putties.
It's like on the Iraq and Afghan video he's got in front of the display. He just has a line of M1 helmets with folded American flags every like foot. I'm like, why? Just why?
M1 was used in Iraq and Afghanistan. It was the most common helmet. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Just
comedy gold. It's comedy
all right,
gold.
he is comedy gold. He's a national treasure. That guy is.
Oh god. And he has his like.
That's gonna give me a
yeah,
new chair. I'll film a video on it. My birthday is literally tomorrow.
and you just point and go, "This is the real deal."
That's right. This is a real deal. You do so many helmet videos on this bad boy. Slaps chair. So-
Well, what I love is what he has his niece as well, who has her own channel, who promotes his channel as well.
yeah,
Which is like really bizarre.
it is. Oh my god. Because people were like, "She's hot." No, she's not. She's terrible looking. Any new gun
mad.
purchases? No, I was gonna buy a 22 for my birthday. I wanted to buy one of those Henry pump 22s because I've always wanted like a Winchester 1890, but I
Yeah.
wanted something
Yeah.
in 22 long rifle. And so I was gonna buy one of those Henry pump 22s, but that'll have to hold off for a little bit. I got a lot of projects and stuff to get done before I buy anything new.
Yeah. Well, my current video I put up is doing well. The one from the Overlord show is doing
Yeah.
very well. Let me have a quick look actually. How's it doing? Because I literally it's for my channel 200 views in one day. Like
That's
considering
pretty good.
yesterday at like if it was at like 500 something views yesterday, it's gone up to 700 odd today. Actually, I don't know how many it is. What's it on now? Holy shit! It's over 1,000 views now. Holy crap!
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, it's a hot topic right now. So the whole
Yeah.
D-Day thing.
Yeah. Well, it's the Overlord show. This was the event I did a couple of weeks ago. So, but I'm guessing it's just the Overlord in the title just means people click on it for some reason.
True.
So,
I mean, it's a
hooray!
big hot topic. It's a big anniversary, so I'm sure a lot of people are watching it.
Well, I do need to upload the footage I did get when I was in Normandy. So,
Heck yeah.
hopefully, I'll upload that before I go on holiday. So,
Oh, you're going on holiday? Did you just go on holiday to France?
yeah, went to France. That was with my dad, but going on actual like away for wedding anniversary. So, so to Fuerteventura, which is like in the island chain that has like Lanzarote and well, it's south of Spain. It's off the coast of like Morocco.
Okay.
So that's gonna be nice. Going there away for a week.
It's gonna be
Fucking
hot
lovely.
as fuck down there.
Oh yeah, I don't care, but it's all inclusive, so I'm gonna be wasted. So
Yeah, that's fair. To be
So,
fair, I
it's
don't
like-
care when it's hot either. After it's 8 a.m. and I've had 7 drinks, you know,
7. Oh, that's
by 8
Tuning
a.m.
numbers.
It's all inclusive. They're like,
Yeah.
here's your included breakfast. I'll take a whiskey Coke, please.
7,
Yeah,
7 pints of vodka, please.
Yeah. exactly. But
With a dash of lime.
that's it. Oh, man, that's how it goes for me on vacation. It's like I'm on fucking vacation. You're at like a fucking Denny's at 8 in the morning, and you're like, I would love a beer.
Oh,
And they're like, we don't serve that. It's fine. I brought my own. No, yeah,
Do you have a cup?
I wish, because like most places, you can't serve alcohol before a certain time in the
Yeah.
United States, which sucks.
Yeah.
So,
Have you got a coffee cup so it doesn't look weird?
it's just water in my coffee cup.
Very strong, paint thinner looking water.
You get out of the booth to finally like go pay, and you just fall over.
Just smelling of moonshine.
Yeah, that's vacation. I haven't been on vacation though in a long time. So
Where did you last go when you went away?
Hmm?
Where did you last go when you actually went on
the
vacation?
last vacation I ever went on, I was still in school. Actually,
Oh, really? Bloody hell!
I don't
Jesus.
think I've ever like taken a vacation. Most of my vacations are like an excuse to do shit and not go to work. So it's like,
Yeah.
awesome. Now I can work at home on stuff, you know? So it's not like today I was just fucking with the lawnmower, just cussing out that fucking old bastard lawnmower, trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with it. God, am I so pissed at that fucking lawnmower?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I did it
honestly.
I got it as far away apart without actually like taking the block apart
Yeah.
to like check the fucking gasket and shit. It's like I replaced the spark plug, I cleaned out the carburetor, I got it. I replaced the fuel line in it. I replaced the, just a ton of shit, the air filter, and like I said, it still sputters and dies. Piece of shit. I mean, it was $5, so I mean, I got it for $5 because it didn't work, and I got it to work, but it doesn't work great. So
Oh.
that's another thing I should do. Maybe for my birthday, I'll go down to the gunsmith and get him a quote so I could try to get a scope on that Savage 340.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I got the classic scope mount for it. I have the original like 1950s scope mount for it. So I just got to get it tapped because unfortunately I have the super early model that didn't come drilled and tapped already for the mount.
Yeah.
Every model after mine came with drilled and tapped for the mount. So and then I just got to try to find like an old timey shitty fucking 1950s or 60s like 2.5 power scope to throw on it. So
oh god, I've just seen one the fucking thumbnail for the Afghan video he does.
Let's
he literally has he literally has it's the one with all the pictures of the bodies and that, so I don't know.
The mangled corpses and stuff on it.
Yeah, so I don't know if the live will like it.
That's fine. If YouTube's fine with it.
True, that is true. That is true. But it's he has a globe and shows where the Middle East is in relation to
all
America.
of the Middle East. Holy snot!
He's like, this is Arabia, and it's almost the exact same other side of the world to America.
Is it
like,
now?
Yay, geography! Oh god. Back into
everyone likes some good geography. It's fine.
I'm just gonna grab a drink. We'll say Ice Machine, the best thing I ever bought.
I like how he says Fort Carson. Just say the Fort Carson.
Oh god, are you watching it?
Oh, the prayer rugs is still.
Right. You put it on, are you?
Right. That's not how that works.
But...
It's like RPG. You know, they hit your people when it's fucked. That's not how that works.
Fucking hell.
Look at all the M1s.
Have you shared the screen or? Have you shared the screen?
Oh.
Devin?
That was like,
Hello? Can't see anything.
What now?
Have you shared the screen?
Oh, I didn't share this. I was just getting in the moment.
You just you're watching yourself for the last 5 minutes and be like,
Oh, yeah, I was just watching it. My bad. Yep. I was like, got a little ahead of myself. That's all right.
God, this looks like Buzz Lightyear with the fucking plastic over him.
The American Iraqi display to Iraq and right up to Afghanistan. I talked to museums all around the country, maybe about 25, 30 museums for years. And everybody I talk to, I always ask them if they have an Iraqi Afghanistan room, and none of them do. I'm real lucky to be able to get all this stuff. And I thank all the special forces and the Fort Carson soldiers for the last 27 years, bringing me back 80% of everything I'm going to show you. Okay, so anyway, January 17th, 1991, Desert Storm started, and the Fort Carson soldiers were wearing these chocolate chip uniforms. That's what they nicknamed them. And all these are souvenirs they brought back over those years. I even got their MREs. See, the food is still in here for 27 years. Okay, let's go down the line here. This is the bomb suit, the early one, the late one that they're actually still wearing in Afghanistan. And these are the bomb shoes. I'm just pointing out the highlights of the room over here. When you guys come for a tour, we tell you even more stuff than I'm going to tell you today. Okay, these are souvenirs that they keep bringing me back. This is some souvenir they brought back about 10 years ago. RPGs, rocket propelled grenades, Russian. This is what the insurgents, the bad guys, are using against the American vehicles. You get hit with one of these, the vehicle doesn't stand a chance. I'm allowed to have these because they're brand new and there's no powder or explosives in them. See that? A whole crate of them. Yeah, look at that. Still wrapped up in the plastic. Okay, you come around here.
Right, from Walmart.
This is Joseph's Apache helicopter pilot's uniform. He gave me almost 20 years ago with the helmet and a picture of the attack helicopter that he flew over there. Yeah. Over here, we got flags. Some of them even have bloodstains on them. A lot of GIs got shot at. These are the plates, the armor plates that they have in their vest. Hey, look at that. See that? It almost went through. And this will stop up to an AK-47 bullet. This is the multicam, the uniform the U.S. government gave the GIs to wear today. This is the newest gas mask that they're not even issued yet. They're going to get those, let's see, July 1st, I heard. Luckily, I have one to show people. Okay, everything in this room, the GIs brought me back in the last 27 years. Hey, look at this. All the insurgents, all shot, dead. I have over 300 of these insurgents pictures. See, it goes right down the line. They have to photograph the body after they shoot them. And they just keep bringing over more and more pictures. Okay, on this side, this is the camel spiders. I don't know if you guys ever seen what a camel spider looks like, but they're 14 to 16-inch diameter. See that? And they run around the desert about 20, 25 miles an hour. They bite, but they're not poisonous. Okay, these are hookahs. They could bring back a new hookah, but not a used one because of the diseases. And in these two show cabinets, these are insurgents' knives that were taken away from the bad guys. There's no two knives the same. Half of them even have blood stains on them. When I got these knives, I tried to get the blood stains out of the metal. But if blood stays on metal for a long period of time, it's like acid, and it digs right into the metal. Okay, come around the turn here. These are Republican Guard uniforms. Some of them have blood-stained bullet hole through them that the GIs brought me back. All the weapons that you see here, the AK-47s, everything works. They're all real. Over here, this is one of Saddam Hussein's palaces. I don't know if you can see that good, but they gave me a picture of the palace, and check this out. They brought back sand from around the palace, rocks from the palace, a knife they found in the palace, pieces of the palace, and the money they found in the palace. It makes a whole
In the
story.
kitchen sink.
Okay, over here I got two generals' uniforms. And if you were a young kid growing up over there in Iraq, this is the way the kids dress. They really only show their face and their hands. That's the only skin they show. Okay, over here I have a before and after picture of Saddam Hussein's limousine. That's one of his limousines. See, before and after. See that? And they shot it up. They gave me the two pictures, and they brought back a piece of his dashboard. See, they're always bringing me back all kinds of souvenirs.
Well, that's
Okay, over here, this is a Republican Guard Special Forces uniform. I only have one of those. See, and all the AK-47s, everything works here. Okay, over here, in one of Saddam Hussein's palaces, they found his scrapbook. I guess he was saving all his, newspaper articles. And they opened up his dresser, and we have one of his notebooks.
All his
Right
coupon for Walmart.
Hey, this stuff is super unreplaceable, very valuable. Okay, this is a picture of all Saddam Hussein's palaces, and in one of his palaces, they found this knife, a sword with the original case. This thing weighs a ton. This will take your head off like in a second.
It's a false economy. It's not
We're
real.
lucky to get all this stuff. They're always bringing me more and more stuff back. Okay, over here, they brought back all these type of flags. We have Taliban flags. Okay, check this out. The capture of Saddam Hussein. I got it from a colonel. This is the hole they pulled him out of. They roughed him up a little bit. They opened up his footlocker, all American $100 bills. These are guys from the 4th ID from Fort Hood, Texas, that helped capture him. Over here, they're taking him to trial. He didn't even comb his hair. Okay, this is the jail they kept him in. Over here, they told me he's standing in this room 1 hour before they hung him. This is the double gallows in case one malfunctioned, and there's the rope around his neck. And that's the end of Saddam Hussein. Okay, guys, you want to learn more about Iraq, Afghanistan, you come see my museum every Sunday, 10 o'clock until November. You could give me a call, 719-683-2200. Let me show you a little more. Okay, over here on the left hand, these are real special uniforms to me because these are uniforms from Fort Carson soldiers that over the years I made friends with. I hire them, I give them summer help jobs on the weekend, and I tell them when you go to Iraq or Afghanistan, make sure you take a picture of you wearing a uniform. When you come back, give me the uniform and the picture, and we'll put you on the honor roll. And that's what I did with these soldiers. Here, over here, we got Max over here. My friend Max, see that? There's Max, helicopter pilot's uniform. He's in the Apache helicopters. And here he is visiting the museum to come see his uniform. Isn't that special?
Sure.
It's very special to me and them. Okay, you come down the line here. In fact, at the end of the season, I'm going to have to make room for almost 20 more mannequins. But I'll do it. I'll fit them in. Okay, we're going to go into the Afghanistan room. This is Afghanistan. And as you see, I'm probably going to have to make all these rooms a little bigger. We've been getting over 100 people a weekend to see my military museum. Big accomplishment. 20 years ago, I was happy when 5 people came. This really started as a hobby, and now it ended up one of the best privately owned museums in the country, maybe the world. Okay, talking about the world, this is Iraq right over here. This is what we're talking about. See that? You could, right there. Iraq, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia. Okay, so this is Iraq, and here's America. It's almost completely, it is completely the opposite side of the world. Okay, this is hookah tobacco they bring back, and that's what they smoke in their hookahs. It's brand new hookah tobacco. And these are IEDs. See that? And the GIs told me how they make these and everything, and I just made models of them. There's no explosives or anything in these. We just want to show people how these things are made. There's all different kinds of IEDs. Okay, this one here, see all the nuts and bolts and everything? And it's stacked with ammonium nitrate. And it's got a heating device here with a little 9-volt battery. See the clothespin? See, and this is just a piece of cardboard. Okay, what they do is they take the trip string, see, put it around a tree or somewhere, see, like that. And when the person or the vehicle or anything passes here and trips over that wire, it pulls that out. And see the wire on the clothespin? That makes contact, and that ignite the IED. And that's how that works. That's as far as we go.
Yes.
We don't tell anybody how these are made. I don't want anybody making these. I don't want anybody getting in trouble. And this is just a model. Okay, over here, they got time bombs. They make time bombs too. See that? With a 9-volt battery. Hey, this one here has, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 sticks of dynamite. See that? They just put the time they want it to go off. They push the battery in. Hear that?
I feel like it'd be easy to find once.
Pretty scary looking. And then they just walk away. And when the clock hits what time they have it set, 7 sticks of dynamite go off. And like I said, these are just models. Nothing works. There's no powder in these. It can't work. It's just a model. Okay, over here, if you were just a little kid in Afghanistan, this is the way you would have dressed. And the only difference from the Iraqi dress and Afghanistan dress is the Afghanistan people actually have a shirt and pants. See that? Where the Iraqi people, the Americans call it a man dress. Okay, check this out. Look at the size of these prayer beads. These are the biggest prayer beads I ever seen. They told me they touch 1 or 2 of those every couple of hours. They lean on that prayer rug and they pray to their God, Allah. Okay, this here was brought back. It's a pretty cool knife. See that? This was taken away from one of the bad guys. Yeah, see that? They're always bringing me more and more stuff back.
That's not the right sheet.
Okay, this is all religious stuff. The holy water, the Bible, the holy
the Bible
temple in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. And this here's a Taliban flag they brought back. I have like 5 or 6 of them now. And there's their holy Bible, holy water. This is the way the women dress over there. They can only show their face and their hands. Most of them always wear black, even though it's 110 degrees there. Okay, the Afghanistan Army. This is the Afghanistan Army's uniform. I was lucky to get one of those. See, and they carry an AK-47.
Well, they don't.
That's the most popular gun in all the countries around the world. Okay, and this guy here, this is the suicide bomber. Ammonium nitrate, see, of bottles. He's got his bolo knife. He's holding his little Bible. See that?
His little Bible.
He's got his prayer beads. And that's a detonator from a hand grenade. And once he pulls the pin out and lets go of that handle, he blows up, incinerates. You won't even find any bones. Them guys, it was an honor for them to be able to kill Americans and go to heaven and meet their God. They wanted to die. So they're very, very dangerous people. Every day, regular Iraqis and Afghanistan people get killed over there by accident because the enemy over there doesn't have a uniform. All he has to do is drop down the knife, the vest, and he just blends in with everybody else.
Right, because you can do that.
Okay, guys, I hope you learned a lot. You want to learn a lot more? You come and see me on a Sunday. If you have 20 people or more, we'll do the museum tour on a weekday. Hope you liked the video. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Dragon Man, for being a national treasure.
He'll blend straight in, looking like he's smuggling 10 bottles of beer into a restaurant.
Yeah, I was like, he'll blend straight in after what? After the vest blows up? Like,
he blends into the scenery. He is the scenery.
Yeah. It's like
there's no bones left.
How's it supposed to work? Like, there also wasn't like a ton of suicide bombers. Like, it's more of a Hollywood thing.
As one of the
they
guys
had
in the
suicide bombers, but they didn't wear like vests and stuff. It wasn't as practical. You could pack, like I was telling you could pack so much more explosives into a car.
Yeah.
And so like V-bids were a big thing, but like,
and also just use a rucksack.
Yeah.
Like it's easier.
Shit that's very inconspicuous.
More into it
normally, yeah.
Yeah, you can pack more into it. It's less conspicuous, but it's more it's more inconspicuous. It's like it's just
But then
like, don't
also
get me wrong,
just throw the bag.
yeah, and like some of the stuff he has, don't get me wrong, is really good because a lot of especially the Iraq War stuff and everything has been given to him, so it's like it's at least good and correct, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
And
Well,
there's some
yeah,
nice
'cause it's all like original stuff, but like they didn't carelessly throw their lives away. That the
Yeah.
Afghanis were really smart, like really fucking smart,
Yeah.
and
So,
you know,
this is what the kids wore. No, they didn't. Like, especially in Iraq, like all the kids are wearing fucking football t-shirts and shit. Like, like,
yeah. At least the men were, anyways. But like,
yeah.
and a lot of the women dressed like the men.
Mm.
So,
But like the kids though, like they're wearing kids stuff most of the time
Yeah.
because it's cheap. It's
that's just
we're not.
funny.
And we're not telling you how to build a bomb and tells you how to build a bomb.
Yeah, it's like you take a bunch of ammonium nitrate, which is like commercial grade fertilizer, you know. So if you own a farm or know somebody that owns a farm, you just grab a couple handfuls of that.
Some pipe, some nuts and bolts, a bit of wire, and a trip.
Fill some
A
PVC.
9-volt battery.
Fill some PVC with some nuts and bolts and a bunch of ammonium nitrate, and you get a 9-volt battery and some copper wire, and boom, you're in.
And tell you how the tripwire system works, but then I'm not telling you how.
How it works, yeah. Literally shows it with the clothespin. Genius. What an absolute fucking genius.
Fucking Christ. Just
Yeah.
just the amount of M1 helmets on the floor.
Yeah, it was the most common helmet.
Oh, there's so many, and everyone has like a folded American flag. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many flags do you have?
He's bought pallets of them, I swear to God. Has had to have bought pallets of.
like whereabouts is it? What state is his museum in again?
He's in Colorado.
Like, does he like own like shares in flags in Colorado? Like he must do.
No, all those flags are made in China.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, except for probably like a couple of the ones that he has that are like actually older. Like some of the 48 star flags that he has from like World War II are probably made in the US. But
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it's comedy gold.
it is. It's great. I love Dragon Man. He's such a
What
cool
the
guy.
fuck?
What?
There's a random. Won't probably want to watch the video, but like, there's a random one where like walks into one of like his main halls where he's got like a Jeep in the middle, which is like clearly like a post-war Vietnam era Jeep.
He's got a whole bunch of like vehicles.
He has 195 vehicles in total.
Yeah.
Which includes some of them tanks. I'm like, holy fucking shit! How much did you win in the
they're
lawsuit?
not really like tanks. He's got a lot of like most.
Oh no,
of
he's got a T-54.
Yeah, but like most of this stuff is like deuce and a half trucks.
Yeah. He has quite a few half tracks in that as well and shit like that. Like yeah.
He's got a bunch of half tracks and stuff.
Yeah. But like, there's a random bit with like, and he's got like 2 suits of armor at like the start of this like random gallery with just M1 helmets everywhere. It's just most bizarre shit in the world. Like there's no like theme to any of it. It's just everything's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he does have some themes, but it's just like, especially in the German bit, like random bits, and then Holocaust stuff.
Yeah.
Like four sets of pajamas. I'm like, okay.
Sure. I got my original pajamas.
Yeah, this one's from Birkenau, this one's from Auschwitz. Like, no, they're fucking not. No, they're fucking not. Like,
I wish.
like, and they're in like pristine condition, like pristine. I'm like, no fucking way, no way. That shit was like, oh, fucking hell.
It's great. God, he's got so much shit. It's like I really just wish he really wish that he knew more about the stuff that he had, because it has the potential to be a really, really good museum. Like it does.
Oh no, absolutely, like he's clearly got the frigging money to do it, and he does have a lot of good, actual cool shit.
But he
And
doesn't
really interesting
know
stuff.
anything about it, which
But it's
sucks.
just filled with his just incoherent babbling when he talks about stuff.
It's
Because
like
he's just like, oh,
everything that he says that comes out of his mouth is like the crap you hear about things where you're like, yeah, oh, the Mosnegat's a piece of shit. It can't hit the broadside of a barn. You know, like every fucking old man says that, and it's like, well, no.
it is like the real life incarnation of those weird, like 30-second YouTube shorts you find of like, why did Germans roll up their sleeves? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Because they were hot.
warm. It was hot. It was sunny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, video over, done.
Exactly. Oh, I love some of the guys being pointing out like the suicide bomber with his little Bible. Yes. Before he blows up, he says John 57. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And here's the last shirt Hitler was wearing in the bunker.
The Hitler mannequin is the best thing in the world.
I'm surprised he wasn't with the founding fathers.
It's like it's one of those white mannequins with literally like a sharpied on mustache. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh God.
It's just how it is, you know.
Oh, it's great. Honestly, I've never laughed so much in my life sometimes. I remember coming across this stuff years ago. Fucking years ago. And I thought some of it was interesting. But like, the hell?
I know, right?
And then realizing, no, this guy knows nothing. Nothing about.
You know what? We should take something that's just like the biggest piece of garbage, like literally a piece of garbage, and send it to him and be like, this is a relic from this battlefield in Afghanistan, and he'll put it on display.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That would be fucking hilarious.
It's so funny.
Look at this relic from...
This flag was off Omaha Beach.
This bird bath was in fucking Hitler's garden. Yeah. But it's like a modern concrete bird bath, you know? It's like, this bird bath was from Hitler's garden at the fucking whatever.
This gingerbread house was in Rommel's apartment.
Yeah. This is the bird bath the Eagles used at the Eagles nest. Here's a picture of it.
I'm surprised he hasn't got like, you know, that the Wehrmacht fucking toilet paper that you see it like shows sometimes. Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
Or like the named cutlery that always appears at fucking show. Like this is Hermann Goering's actual cutlery. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's like I actually got a really, really cool piece of American history. It's like I have a cup from a tea set that was given to JFK.
Oh, okay.
By one of the British embassy people.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like I have an actual like British tea set that has like stars and eagles and shit on it. He never fucking used it, but it was given to JFK, and he probably didn't ever actually receive it. This person was probably like, "This is for him. It's a tea set," and it got thrown into a fucking basement, you know, or somebody walked off with it. But it was like it has documentation. It's kind of a saucer in a teacup from that was given to JFK.
The Queen got gifted as well. Just goes into a big room of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a shit that she gets sent. You know, like never
another tea set next to the elephant tusk.
Yeah, right. We keep it next to my shrunken head and this tiny mummy.
And the pliers to cut the brake cables on a certain car in '97.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. But like, so it's like that's cool that I have that. And I have actually
just
drank tea out of
inscribed Philip.
it. Yeah. And then here's a picture of him with pliers underneath
like next to the
the
car.
night
Like that.
before. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
fucking hell.
Well, it is
Well,
cool.
we
I
don't
haven't tried to
condone
find
all-
somebody who's like a JFK collector that seriously like would be willing to pay for it
You never know.
because
Definitely
it is
out
cool.
there. Yeah, no, I like those kind of things.
Unless you want JFK's teacup.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Still got the brains on it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's got on the bottom. Ich bin ein Berliner.
yeah. He had this tea set with him everywhere he went. It was in all the events, and he could Photoshop it into all the.
It was with Lee Harvey Oswald in the box of depository.
Yep. And then it teleported to be in the car.
It's magic too.
It was also on the grassy knoll. Yeah.
It was in the plane getting sworn in as the next president.
Yeah, it was on the end table, while he was plowing Marilyn Monroe. Yes.
It witnessed him being adulterous.
Yeah. So it's like,
Fucking hell. Yeah, I just want to send like Dragon Man like some birdhouse, like some like shitty birdhouse.
yeah,
from, like,
exactly. Like I said, we got to send him like a concrete bird bath and be like, this was Hitler's bird bath from the Eagles Den. Have somebody like Dremel a swastika to the side of it, like
then just send him a bit of like when you retarmac for Drive or something and say it's a bit of the Berlin Wall.
yeah. Here's a chunk of asphalt from the driveway.
Bit of the Berlin Wall David Hasselhoff touch when he sang for freedom.
And the best part is he'd believe it. There'd be a video where he'd be like, look at that. Look at what I got.
David Hasselhoff touched this bit of wall.
The exact brick. You could tell, that's how it is.
This is the pizza box Gorbachev opened in that Pizza Hut commercial. That'd be the best one in the world. Oh, fuck
Jesus Christ.
Send him a
God damn
pop can, real ID from the streets of Kabul.
That's just
I'm
funny.
trying to find the Middle Easts.
The Middle Easts, yeah.
Oh, just your look, you just like
The Middle Easts. It's like those countries have names.
yeah.
It's like it's
Like
over by
Shell.
Saudi Arabia,
Yeah. They've got names like Shell, BP.
Yeah. Yeah. Exxon. Yeah.
Texaco. Oh Christ. Oh well, how's everyone been doing tonight that's watching?
It's hot. It's very hot.
Hope you've
The AC is
enjoyed.
not on in here, and it's been raining for like the last 2 weeks straight, so it's like 80% humidity.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh Christ. Oh Christ, it was pain in my fucking neck. I think I've pulled something in my neck, which is not fun.
When you
I'm
go on
asleep.
vacation, you'll just have to like
I
go to the
know.
massage person.
I think when I've been laying in bed or something, and as I've like leaned up to do something, I've just pulled it here. It's like
Mm,
right
yeah. You lean just right, and you're like, you
there.
tweak it.
Yeah. So it's very tender, like here,
Yeah.
which is great.
It'll be
So-
fine as long as it doesn't affect like your eating and stuff like that. Because sometimes you pull that tendon and you try to like chew.
Yeah, no. Thankfully, like chewing's all right. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so every time I like probably like sniff in, it does hurt, but because it sort of pulls on there. So apart from that, though, it's like I can feel it on my ear a bit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not too
probably
bad.
just cancer.
Good. I'm happy.
Like everything on WebMD. It's like
This is
you
my
could-
last stream with Devon.
Yeah, it's like the first thing you get is like on WebMD when you type in your symptoms. It's like it could be bone cancer or it could be seasonal allergy.
It turns out I got leprosy.
Yeah, turns out it's leprosy.
My arm fell up.
I did
Come
get
back.
some cool new stuff on Kevin. Kevin still needs to be replaced with better.
Oh
Kevin.
yeah.
But,
Okay.
I can move him if you guys want to see what Kevin's got.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Kevin's got some neat stuff. Since I'm working on his SMLE right now, which
dear.
once the humidity goes down and I can, because I'm trying out a new finish stripper for wood that
Yeah.
is supposedly really good and like non-toxic. So, but let's take a look. See here what we got. I gotta move Kevin from the base because he's crappy. Kevin's crappy. Hold up. Hurry up. There we go. All right.
Hey.
So there's Kevin. I can move him a little closer. Okay. So this is just whatever. I didn't have anywhere else to put this.
I was gonna say, I thought, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just hung it.
It's a new respirator.
Yeah, I didn't have anywhere else to put it on him because, like, normally, like, you don't carry both the large pack and the small pack.
Yeah.
In most of the pictures,
Literally in like marching order, but apart from that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I just have both, and I just hung it over the mannequin, so it's there. But
that's fine. That's fine. It kind of works. It kind of works as a reci.
I know, right? It's like it could be. I don't have a respirator bag, but it's something to get. But I got this cool revolver pouch. I don't have a revolver to put in it yet.
Nice.
This is all original
what
Canadian.
Period of the war are you doing again with that mannequin?
Huh?
What period of the war are you doing with the mannequin?
This could be World War II or Korea. So this is kind of like end of World War II.
Oh, okay. So late war. Okay.
So, but because it didn't change. It didn't change anything. But
yeah.
It's all original Canadian stuff, so it's very expensive.
It's nice.
But like the two most new things that I got are I got the Bayonet Frog. If I lift up his arm here, I got some cool stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I got that little how the Canadians did it, where you took a extra canteen thing and you carry your mess kit.
That's nice. I like that.
In like a whatever cloth bag that anyone could have, and you throw it in there, and that way it doesn't rattle. But you have extra space in your pack then because you're always running out. And then just because it's cool, I put a Pattern 44 canteen on there because I would rather drink out of that than out of one of the enameled ones. So, but yeah, he's got all this
definitely sort of a more like career kind of kind of thing. So that's nice though.
Yeah, it is. Because like I have all the World War II stuff, but it's like this was new, so I threw it on there to try it out.
Yeah,
and I'm really glad I got this, an actual Canadian World War II dated mess kit and an actual Canadian World War II dated carrier.
I like that. That's
so
nice.
Like, if I could,
I've always loved the green of the battle dress for the Canadian stuff. It's always nice.
Well, yeah, it's because everyone else adopted this version after World War II, and nobody adopted the brown British one because it turns out this works better. But yeah, and it's like I'm so glad that it's all come together. I've only got a couple little parts to get to. Like he needs a belt, but
yeah. So you just needing the light anti-gas respirator.
Yep, I need a gas mask for him and a gas mask bag, which those are really hard to find over here, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll be able to get one for cheap as shit over it.
Yeah, well, like the ones that you find over here are usually like $70 to $80 if they're not absolute piece of shit. Or people take them and they convert them into like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Bags, because in the movie he had that British like Mark 6 gas mask bag.
Yeah.
And then they stitch a fucking leather strap on it, and they're like, "It's an Indiana Jones bag," and it's like, "Stop ruining shit."
Yeah, because I've got where did I put it? I think it might be in another thing, but yeah, no, like literally, I got without the canister, but the bag and the mask itself, you can get them for like 20-30 quid over it.
That's not bad.
So I'm at Might have a couple of shows. If we can get one cheap, I'll send it over to you, dude.
Fuck yeah, that'd be sweet. But yeah, it'd be cool to have some of that stuff. And it's like, yeah, because it's like I had to track down one of these, and if I take this off and show you the back of this, something the Canadians did. And if you find one over there, you should buy it because the Canadians did it at the factory. And
Okay.
they're different than the British made ones. They put belt attachments on the back. As you can see, it's off colored.
Yeah.
They put belt attachments for these on there so you could carry a water bottle or your mess kit in different spots.
That's kind of good. I like that.
And so you'll see them either throw it on an extra strap like I did here
Yeah.
and carry it,
Mm.
or you see them put it right in the middle of their back
Mm.
because it's low enough profile. Because for some reason, like, I don't know why the Canadians needed all that fucking extra space in their bag.
Yeah.
So, like, you see a ton of pictures, and it's always specifically the Canadians carrying their mess kits separately in water bottle carriers. I don't fucking know why. Nobody's ever been able to give me like a solid answer as to why so many fucking people did it. It's not just, like one photo.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, because I'm guessing they're carrying their rations within the mess kit on the belt
Yeah,
as well.
you can keep some stuff in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you free up that much more space, but like you also never see them wearing packs either. Not the small one or the large one. It's always just the web equipment.
Mm.
And so like the mess kit is on their belt or on a strap, and it's just weird. I never understood.
It's a strange thing because soldiers never normally like being don't like being too far away from socks. So
It's fair. It's a good way to keep your socks dry. That is true.
Yeah,
You know?
because obviously, like, even with the messings and that, you've still got plenty. Even with the small pack, you've still got plenty of room for spare socks, wash kit, any dry kit, warm kit.
Yeah,
There's plenty of room in there. Like, so
you see a ton of them just put utility straps around their belt and carry their rain cape.
yeah.
But like they hardly ever have packs. Like the Canadians never in combat.
So
You hardly ever see them with large packs or small packs. It's just
so it'll either be the rain cape or the gas cape. The gas cape was always popular because it was so much lighter. And you put it with the tapes to the back.
And they would just cinch it to other shit around their equipment.
Yeah.
You know? And then you see the mess kit and the canteens and their water bottles all over. But like, yeah, I'm really glad I got this cool pouch, which this one was made in 45.
That's nice.
I got the original bottle and the cup that are World War II dated.
Nice. I think you're just missing the chain, aren't you? Oh, you got a chain. Oh, nice. Okay, cool, fine. Oh, nice.
I got the whole thing.
That's not bad. Where's my one, actually? Give me a second.
So, heck yeah. Yeah, that pouch is really cool because the Danish adopted these after World War II, but the British trialed them during World War II in the 37 pattern gear.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a lot of stuff you got there.
It's 58 and it's a bit fucked at the moment when it's been moved around and shit. But it's my 58 kit on the roll pin as well.
Damn.
But yeah, I've got the 44 on there. This one's a really, really nice one, actually.
Heck yeah.
Get the fucking thing off, can I?
The cups really wedge on there good.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm moving. It's that wasn't too bad of a find, actually. That was quite cheap considering.
Yeah, because like the aluminum cap ones are a pain in the ass to find over here, and that was expensive.
Like the rubber cap one I've had for years. I used to use it when I was in cadets, for Christ's sake.
Really?
Yeah, the one with the rubber cap one on, yeah. Because it was my dad's one. It was still fun because it was constantly used. It didn't
like dry out.
Yeah. And then the first issue, 58.
Heck yeah.
With
the twist key.
The green water bottle with the green cap.
The early ones, yeah.
Yeah. So this one is 1964.
Heck yeah. Because I got one of the black ones. Mine was made in 2012.
Yeah, the Osprey ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I don't like the plastic cup.
yeah, they're great for drinking out of.
Yeah.
Not for cooking. But,
Exactly. So it's like, well, how the fuck do you cook shit then? Now you just have to carry extra
Yeah.
shit.
Like they're good for drinking out of, especially like hot stuff, because you don't taste metal.
I'd rather taste the metal.
But
You don't burn your fucking lips. How about you just wait a second?
that's why I got both on my kit anyway. So I've got the metal cup and the plastic one if I wanted whatever. So
Because it's like I've never had a problem with like the plastic canteen, but I would love to have a metal cup.
yeah. So you see a lot
They
of guys
did retroactively make
the-
metal cups and start issuing metal cups with the Osprey stuff.
and then nice slaw.
There you go.
Love it.
Where's your number 4 bayonet? Come on now. You're supposed
Somewhere.
to be cool. You're supposed to be cool.
Oh wait! I've just found the bloody lot. There we go. I knew I had it around it somewhere. There you go.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have the C2 gas mask, which is the Canadian World War II gas mask without the tube. They
Yeah.
had 2 versions. They had the one with the tube and the one without the tube.
Yeah.
But
This one.
I don't have the bag for it.
Yeah. So it's just the bag you need then, really. So
I just need the bag. I mean, having a gas mask, another gas mask would be cool.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I can get just the bag, that works.
That's true. I'll see if I can get. Obviously, it depends if I can ship it. The mask and the bag will be fine, but it's the other shit that goes in it. So like the ointment, anti-gas.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be able to ship that?
It's just because it's the shit that's inside it. Customs can be a bit weird with stuff like that, so it might be able to. Like, yeah,
I mean, they're not over here. Nobody would give a shit over here, but if it's something they care over there,
yeah.
yeah.
And then the other side, I think the other side's not got anything. Then it's in the base here. Is basically like this is like the cloth shit,
Yeah.
and that goes in the little pocket that's at the base of the bag. And then you've got the anti-dimming kit as well, which is all there. So all that goes in, and
Yeah, I don't have any of the extra stuff. I just have the mask.
that's fair. The other little bits, like what's really, really good thing to have it anyway, is the eye shields. So this goes in the little pocket at the back, inside. Get this fucker out. There we go.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I don't have all that little stuff. I don't even have all the like pocket filler shit for Kevin yet.
Yeah.
I do have a cup though. That's cool. I got
Yeah.
my cup like I'm supposed to have. But
Get
I
those
do
in.
have the rare Trapper Nelson pack, but that wasn't until the Korean War.
Oh, okay.
I got an original 1950 dated Trapper Nelson pack.
Okay. Yeah, this mask is 44 dated, that one.
Heck yeah. It's in good
Yeah,
shape too.
Yeah, it's a little rough around with some bits, but all in all, it's not too bad. Well, the strap is 44. The actual mask is 43 of December.
Heck yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the rubber's still in actually quite good condition. But yeah, that and the bag.
The elastic doesn't look fucked up, so.
But yeah, that and the bag was actually no, it was 15 quid. That was a few years ago. That was
$15 for that. Man, I wish, because it's like that's the thing about being a non-American collector here in America.
Yeah.
It's like, I see that everything that I want is ludicrously expensive.
Yeah, I know, right?
And it's like, come on now. Which is like I've even tried to like work out deals with people
Yeah.
overseas to like try to get British and like Canadian stuff, and it's like I'll send you American stuff for it. Stuff that is hard to get over there
Yeah.
that I can get for cheap as shit here. Like people in Europe, apparently they want 303 clips,
Yeah.
like chargers. I have thousands.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Like stuff like that's just getting so tricky when I don't know, it's weird. It's bizarre. Not too bad for me. I've actually found more than I thought I didn't have. So I found more recently, so that was good. I found another like 10 or so charger clips and then a bunch of more 303 inner rounds elsewhere and random blank as well. What the fuck? Where did this all come from? It's like, yay, found it. Could have done with this a couple of years ago, but no.
That's how it is. At least I don't have any problems finding ammo anymore.
Yeah.
I can get 303. Maybe that's what I should get myself for my birthday present. I haven't got myself a birthday present yet. So
well,
should buy
happy
myself
birthday,
like a 200 round case of 303 ammo. That'll last me a long.
It's now your birthday in the UK, so happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. So I was born at 4:17 in the morning. I like that. That's my favorite hat, actually. I fucking love those things.
It's so weird.
It works so good, though. You have to admit, though, it's a very comfortable hat.
Yeah.
Because it for one, you can fold up. It has a bill in it, like a baseball hat. You know, you can fold up the sides, so you can get more sun and stuff like that. It folds down. Who made you?
The Parktown hat.
Yeah, Parktown. Yeah, most of them made by Parktown. But like, they're so fucking good hats because like they're also meant to be worn under helmets for extra padding. That's why they fit so close.
Yeah.
So
that's right. I don't mind it. It's just a bit weird, just with the weird like sewing like bill and everything.
Yeah, the bill. We gotta fold the rest of it up like a Robin Hood hat. That's how you're supposed to wear it. That's why it was called the Robin Hood. You fold the rest of the brim up, and then you wear it, and it's called the Robin Hood. Yeah, that's how guys wore it. Yeah,
riding through the glen. Yeah,
pretty much. Like, yeah, it was meant to be like steel helmets. You know, they get so ludicrously fucking hot.
Yeah,
it was meant to be like a cheap hat that you could soak in water and stuff and put on your head. And it could also sort of keep the rain off of you. The brim wasn't really good enough to keep much sun or rain off of you. Like you could soak it in water and then throw your helmet on over it, and it could keep you cool. So it's a good hat.
Welcome to me trying to get Danish stuff. Yeah, it's like my mate. I think I showed Devon some of the pictures. I can't remember of like actually in the video, the recent video I did put up, Mazov. I might quickly put a link to it. My mate, friend of mine, has got Danish stuff, which is kind of cool.
Depends on what era of Danish stuff he's trying to get.
Yeah,
you can get a lot of the Cold War Danish stuff pretty easy.
Yeah,
but getting modern Danish stuff is hard. Anything World War II or like earlier. Or anything modern is going to be kind of hard.
Yeah, the Danish stuff he has is mid 80s, but he does have earlier stuff.
That's pretty modern.
He does have slightly earlier. I think he's got some 60s stuff as well. But the one he wore for the show we did is about 1980s, and quite a modern camouflage pattern considering.
The M84 Danish flak tartan is really nice.
Yeah, that is quite cool.
Now they're going to replace it with multicam, so it's fine.
Oh god, yeah, great. Let's all be slightly different. Nope, we're the same.
If somebody wants to be really cool, I can get a 200 round case of 174 grain 303 British FMJ for $210 right now.
That's really good.
If somebody wants to get me a birthday present, $210 gets me a case of 303 British ammo.
Put your Vimo down there now.
Well, it's like I only probably got 70 rounds of 303 British because I've been slowly just when I can afford it, buying 1 or 2 boxes when I go to Fleet Farm because they have it, but it's like the kinds they have there are really expensive. You're going to spend at least $30 a box.
Yeah.
Whereas like this is at least $1 or something around. So
Yeah. One of the things I did buy at the last shop was got a nice private purchase commander bear actually.
see, now that's what a beret's supposed to look like. I was making fun of a lot of it because I know a lot of people that are like in the U.S. Army, and I'm like, the U.S. Army's beret looks like ass.
Don't
They're
you? So,
hideous. I'm like, yes, there you go. You don't need to have this big fucking flop that covers your fucking eye and all this
Yeah.
other dumb bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's perfect. You don't need anything more than that.
I was so happy to get. Literally, it was like this was I think like a £5, like
Yeah.
£5, and I was like, I put it on. I was like, oh my god, it fits. My favorite one though actually is this one so far. Yeah. So this is so when guys would pass out from P Company and everything, the parachute regiment, they would get given their issue beret, but they would immediately go out and buy something called a Victor beret.
Yeah.
Which is a common thing to sort of do, even though Victor berets are fucking shit. This is one of them. So it's
But like, why would they buy that one over?
so they would have their issue. They would have their issue one as like their keepsake. But
Yeah.
the one they wore every day was the Victor one normally, or something like that. So yeah, this
So
is
they
one.
bought a shittier one on purpose to keep their nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good reason to buy something though.
Yeah, but it fits so nice. This used to be really, really small until I was like, fuck it, I'll shape it. So I soaked it, stretched it, and that fits really, really nicely. And it's like
I
one of my
still gotta
favorite
get
berries
one.
now. Yeah, but it just like, but what I'm happy about now is because now I've got an actual proper pre-metric DPM Parasmock coming soon to finish off my Falkland stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that now. So yeah, this suits. But I always put like I don't normally put Paracat badges on. I always put like other things on. So I've got a Remy one on there at the moment. So yeah.
Heck yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
I
yeah.
gotta get a beret, but it's like over here, it's like once again the colors are off because like you can get a European style beret,
Yeah.
but the colors are usually way fucked on it, and the sizing's kind of shit. And most of them are made in China, so they're garbage.
Yeah.
Or you can buy like the American ones, which are gigantic, and it looks like a bird took a massive shit on your head.
Yeah. Let me know what you're sort of looking for in the way of like if you were looking for obviously period wise, if you're looking for an infantry one or whatever you want to do. And I'll see
I
what
just
I can
want like a dark green one because that's like what the regular Canadian infantry wears is just like dark
Okay,
green.
so it's sort of similar color to, or slightly darker than that.
It,
Or is
so
or is it
there's going to be variation, but yeah, it's pretty
or
dark.
is it the same as the guy? The other picture I sent you of the guy when I was at Ronville Cemetery, the Canadian infantryman in front of me. Let me have a look at
I
that.
gotta go back and look because you sent me a lot of pictures
Yeah.
of a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Me included. Ronville Cemetery. So okay, he's wearing
No,
like
so he's wearing a black one.
yeah. Is it black or is it like midnight blue?
So you would wear a light blue one if you were in the Air Force. You would wear a black one if you were in the Navy, and it would be
Okay.
dark green if you were in the Army.
Okay.
Because it's the same color as pretty much what the U.S. Green Berets wear. It's a very dark green, but you can still tell it's green. It would be about the same color as his tunic.
CM is that CMFC on his on his epaulets? CMFC? Give me a minute.
But yeah, so it's like it's a very dark green.
Yeah, here you go. What it sent.
Oh, I just got sent money as a birthday present. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Dan. We're actually like total now wise between Dan. We're at $60. We're like
that's really nice. Oh,
away
nice, guys.
to
I don't
a
have
really British case.
I don't have super chats, but I do have PayPal.
Here.
I'm poor. I've got no money. I need to pay for things like food and stuff.
Same. Bunch of shit.
Yeah, the one I just sent you. Is that CMFC or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because he's Canadian Army, isn't he?
So it can be a bunch of different things because there's a couple different CMFCs that you're allowed to wear.
Yeah.
But without seeing what he has on the front of his uniform, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, fair. Barbarians trash plus no mustache equals cancer. Good opinion. Good. This is good, yeah. Put this back on.
There you go. I wish. Yeah, I don't have any. I still got to work on my. I got to get different stripper because I found out that the stripper that I bought to do the wood won't do metal. So I got to buy a different stripper now.
Well,
to do
you need to talk to the club owner and get her to go and do it again.
Okay, that's easy. I just got to bring money. I don't even need to ask. I just got to.
If you hire a bad stripper, that you get bad service.
All right. All the good strippers got C-sections, and they're not. They're my favorite. Here's the thing, and you slide an extra 20 up there, and you go, "That's for the kid." They got to have the C-section scar, and that's good because they put out that single moms put out. I love
saying about like weird barriers. You sometimes see the fucking like this shit, like
yeah,
like it's like the cat badge is there.
At least it's not like the Americans. They literally cover half their fucking face.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like that.
Yeah,
it's like what are we doing? It's like the cat badge has like been like thinged up like that. It's like.
I mean, to be fair though, the American beret is based off of the French one,
which is awful.
Yeah, which is awful, but.
A lot of Canadian ones,
right?
Yeah,
gotta has it.
Strippers, I mean.
They gotta make money too, okay? But yeah, geez. So I got that fancy QCS stripper that I'm anxious to use on the wood to see how good it does, because it's supposed to not hurt anything, and it takes it off with the least amount of.
That's fair. No, it'll look good when it's done. It will look really, really good when it's done.
Yeah, and then I can't wait to get the 30 layers of tongue oil on it, but it's just got to be less fucking humid.
Yeah, exactly.
Really fix it up because it just looks hideous. It's a beechwood stock, but then the fact that he sanded it partially and just covered it in polyurethane.
Because he sort of made it look a bit like walnut, but not.
Well, it's like you can see where he didn't sand because there's that little pin that's supposed to be there,
Yeah.
But you could see where he didn't sand, but then it's because it's darker. But
I was gonna say because when you first bring up the stock, when I saw the darker bit at the back, I thought that was the end bit for the number 4. That's why when I originally asked you, was it a Savage or whatever, or Long Branch? Because it looked like it was dark where that pin rivet's going the end of the stock on that, but no, I was like, oh no, it is a number 3.
Yeah, it is a number 1. Yeah, so it's and then just that polyurethane.
And then when you showed the actual buttstock, I was
there's beads of it running. The polyurethane, he just slapped it on there.
Was there anything on the stock disc when you took it out? Or?
I have the stock disc. I don't think it's the original stock disc, but I have it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's definitely new.
Yeah,
but that's nice though. I kind of like that. It's cool.
So it's I don't mind it. I mean, it's not right, but it's
something.
Cool to have because it does say EFD for Enfield and then London and SMLE. So because it is an actual LSA.
Yeah.
made SMLE. So
Yeah, that
it's
is
a
nice. I like that.
cool gun. The
Is
best
now.
part is it's got the matching magazine, everything. No dial sights on it because, like I said, it ended up getting a World War II stock, but
Yeah.
it is the struck star pattern, which there's only
Yeah.
like 10,000 of those that were ever made. So
Oh,
she's a rare bird, and I can't wait to take her out and cram her into the
she's
mud
nice.
and
She's nice.
bend her over a tree and
Oh god.
all that other stuff. But it's just like it's one of those things where it's like my Finnish M39. It's like the more I looked at this rifle and like saw the markings and stuff on it, like it's an LSA from 1915. London Small Arms didn't make a ton of SMLEs during the war because they made other stuff. It started its life as a #1 Mark III. At some point, it got damaged and it got a star pattern. After World War I, it became a struck star where they converted it back to a #1 Mark III. And then during World War II, it got a new stock where they took the dial sights off of it and everything, obviously, the volley sights. Got a new Beechwood stock that somebody mangled on it, unfortunately, which the Beechwood stocks are kind of rare within themselves because most of them were replaced by walnut after the war, the ones that were retained and everything. So it's like to find a Beechwood stock, to find a rifle, and then it's also Canadian property marked. So it's like, it's literally one of those rifles where there's probably a handful of them that have all of the stuff that this rifle has and that it's been through. There's maybe a handful in existence. So it's just neat to have that. And I'm going to shoot it.
I think you're going to need one of these on. You won't be able to see the date, but it's 1951.
51?
Yeah.
I can't.
Bit of a tight one, this one, because the the band itself has gone a bit.
Oof, that's a big long one.
It's huge, isn't it?
It looks like an American one.
Yeah, if I do that.
If you shape it a little bit, yeah. It'll look a lot better if you shape it a little bit, but
yeah. But yeah, it's proper like national service kind of fucking huge bastard. Yeah.
That's all right.
But yeah.
It's the 50s. Nobody gave a shit about anything in the 50s.
Oh yeah. It was a weird, because you got that weird transition from the war years of wearing GS caps of basically there's no standardization on it of how to wear it, to going into the national service period where like spit polish and everything.
Everybody needs to look exactly the same.
Oh, don't, yeah. In 47, then 49 pattern. 47 pattern does look a lot better. Honestly, it does. Just the collar's so big and it's brilliant.
You gotta have it. You gotta have that big collar to show off your fucking tie and you're like prim and proper,
Yeah.
Because the Canadians did the same thing. Like they went from 37 pattern to 39 pattern to 49 pattern. And the 49 pattern has the big open lapels, so you can show your tie and like all your shiny brass.
Yeah. And as a combat uniform, doesn't really work. But like, this is something I've been working on for a little while. It's not claimed to be a good thing or anything, but it's just sort of an attempt to kind of have an Argentinian kind of thing going on.
Heck yeah. The Sundust wind goggles are right, yeah. Plastic liner, yeah.
Yeah. I think the liner itself is a Belgian contract one.
It's not so bad though.
It was actually the shell itself is a Vietnam one, I think, from what I remember. But the cover itself is like it's like a large like handkerchief thing or neck scarf thing. I've just
anything to go over
it in place. But it works as like sort of a display setting display thing. I think it works fine.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
because it's like the Argentinians would have bought most of their stuff from the United States, obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So they would have got probably not quite Vietnam era.
Yeah.
M1s, because the M1 shells from Vietnam era are slightly different shaped.
Yeah.
They're ever so slightly dimensionally smaller, which a lot of people don't realize. But you're never going to be able to tell. But that's why the liners don't sit them in them good like that. The older style liners don't sit in them good because they're ever so slightly dimensionally smaller.
Yeah.
But they would have probably got a lot of Korean War surplus ones and stuff like that. And those were no different than the World War II ones. But
Yeah, because the Argentine helmets over here are silly money now. Absolutely stupid money.
they're cheap in Argentina.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing: you could just buy an American one. It's the same thing. All
exactly.
their helmets came from America, so like
I think the helmets is always one of the easy parts, but it's like the equipment. That's
Yeah.
always like when you get into like the actual like field equipment, it's like a bit more tricky. So it's like because it's like that weird green leather crap some of it, and just like what the fuck? Yeah.
it's whatever. But it's like because like Canada in the 2000s through the 2010s surplused all their M1s. Finally, surplused the last of their M1s they had, and all of their M1s are the made in the United States pretty much, and their liners are. Because the Canadians would repair liners, but they never made liners or helmets.
Yeah.
And they surplused them all, and a ton of people bought them and sold them as original Vietnam helmets.
Yeah.
For way crazy prices compared to what they're worth because they're Canadian M1 helmets.
Yeah.
But they're the exact same that were used in Vietnam. So I was like, make sure you're not getting fucked, because if it doesn't come with provenance,
Yeah. Yeah.
they shouldn't be charging that much for it because you don't know if it's a Vietnam one.
Yeah.
They did use Erdl covers and they did use Woodland covers because they bought them all from the United States, but you see a mix of Erdl covers and Woodland covers.
Kind of a bit like that.
There you go.
Given with alongside the Canadian stuff. So for a video. So
heck yeah. You just gotta put that cover on better.
Yeah.
I have a whole video on it. Come on.
It is, yeah. This one isn't exactly on tight. Yeah.
You can get them tight, but you just gotta do it right.
Yeah. You really gotta try it.
You really gotta wrench on them and hope they don't tear.
It's not bad though. So I like it.
I know, right? I like the M1 helmet a lot. It's a good helmet.
What liner is that?
I want to get a nice holly liner, but there you go.
Yeah.
Post Vietnam shell, yeah. Post Vietnam liner, and it's a plastic liner, so it's not a US one.
Yeah. Not bad, it's nice. I don't know. I actually quite like the inside reversed.
I like the brown pattern better too. People call me fucking crazy for that, but I like the clouds pattern better than the vine leaf.
Yeah. Like I like the dark green, but the green, but yeah, the brown I quite like as well. Let's see if we can get this in tight. There we go. That's better.
The trick to getting the cover really tight is you got to get it wet.
Yeah, that is true. Actually,
you got to soak it in like hot water.
Yeah,
and then you wring it out as best you can, and then you stretch it over the shell.
I'll have to mention that to him when he comes back. I would do it otherwise, but it's his. So
fair. Because like I have a whole video on it. I did it literally step by step. You can watch me do it, and it turns out amazing.
That's that one. That's a bit better.
Well, don't worry. I got communism stuff. I'm a big fan of communism stuff. Got a lot of Russian helmets.
Make sure you add on stuff to that. Big fan communism stuff.
I mean, I have a Russian Kremlin Guard uniform, like the whole thing. So.
Saying that, actually, I should have got one of the guys to film it. During the event we did, my mate who lent me all this, the Canadian stuff, we did like a Soviet recognition, like little class for the event. And obviously he speaks Russian and everything along the lines. It was fucking brilliant. Like, really, really good.
Because of all the Soviets that were at D-Day.
No, because we're doing mid 80s.
Okay,
yeah. No, because the Overlord show, that's what it's called, because it's like down south and all that sort of stuff. But it's multi-period events. So, but yeah, we were doing first battalion deployment to Berlin from 84 to 86. So
okay, yeah. I love Soviet stuff. Communism's made a lot of good things. I'm not gonna bag on communism. They made a lot of good things, like Hunger Jokes.
I've never seen this double clasp before with the weird like little ball thing.
Yeah, it's the later one.
That's really weird.
And the reason is because like if you look at the ones from World War II, they're hooks.
Yeah.
And so the ball clasp works in the way where once again, like you know how soldiers were afraid to wear their chin strap.
Oh
Because
yeah.
people would grab their helmet and break their neck or yank their head back. That allows it to break.
Okay.
The ball will slip through the little clasp.
Hmm.
So it was just a way to basically give the soldiers a little ease because nobody really ever did that. But the World War II ones were just hooks and they wouldn't separate. So if somebody grabbed your helmet and yanked your head back and tried to stab you or something.
Yeah. It's like on the back of that one.
Yeah, the little hooks, because the little ball was meant to be able to tear through
that's clever.
in the event of a pressure. Like if you could do it now and it doesn't hurt the helmet because it's made out of spring steel, but if you do up the chin strap and you pull on it, it'll break through. That's why that chin strap is the way it is.
Okay.
So
the more you know, kids.
that's right. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the M1 helmet. So I mean, it was used for fucking ever in every conflict, and pretty much every country adopted a version of it.
Yeah.
So
or just
even the Soviets fucking had some.
Or just adopted the shell. Sorry, the liner.
So, but like, no, the Soviets actually had M1 helmets. Like, they got a bunch after World War II just to like test before we started hating them. And even they were like, it's a pretty good design. It's expensive to fucking make for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a good ass design.
Yeah, no, it's nice. But yeah, the actual Mitchell cover on this one's actually really nice condition, actually, on this one.
Is it an original? Because there's a lot of
Yeah, no, it's an original cover.
Heck
Yeah, it's like there's no repairs on it or anything. It's actually no.
Well, the thing is it the only reason I ask is because it looks really fucking green.
Yeah, I know.
They unfaded.
I think this was probably like. I think this one was like probably like brand new when it was sold. Like
you could still buy them brand new.
Yeah. It's got all the contract numbers, everything on the inside, on the flap and everything. No, it's all legit. Because I even asked him that as well. I was like, "Is it repro?" He was like, "No, it's original." Like, what? Really? Holy shit!
Yeah, you could still get brand new
as hell.
Brand new issued ones. You're just gonna pay for them.
Yeah. I think he got that at quite a good deal, actually. I think, from what I remember, I'll have to ask him again. But hopefully, I'll when I do cover the Canadian stuff, I'll hopefully have him on, so I can he can talk through it, because I know fucking shit bar helmet American.
Oh, come on now! You don't know a bunch of stuff about the Canadian and the American helmets?
Well, yeah, like I know bits and pieces, but like in terms of like the get from like the 70s and 80s stuff, I don't know much at all about the Canadian stuff really. Like, I know bits and pieces, but I'm gonna try and do like a comparison.
Because the Canadians from like the 60s until the late 80s are the same.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So early 60s though, still got that Mark II.
Yeah.
Still rocking that Mark II, baby. Canada's only fucking helmet until the 70s when they bought the M1s. Because they didn't have turtle helmets. Those were all Lend-Lease from the British. So they had to give them all back after every conflict.
Mm.
So the fucking Canadian guys, and there's one guy, I swear to God, I just got to find a picture of it. There's probably one guy in fucking like 1969 walking around in his like pattern 64 gear with his fucking Brody helmet on and his like modern combat uniform, you know? But because it was definitely a fucking thing until literally 1970 when they bought M1s. That was the standard helmet, was the Mark II Brody helmet.
Jesus.
I know, right? Hey, it's not. I mean, everyone's like, "Ah, it's such a shitty helmet design to have for that long." It's like, dude, when I signed up in fucking 2012, I got issued a fucking number 4. Okay, like they literally 2017 got rid of the number 4s. So, like,
Crazy,
you know how shitty that is? So,
yeah.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Problem is, they fixed it. God,
Yeah.
did that thing shake? That's all I remember. The fucking stock was loose because the bolt was just fucked. And, like, everything just rattled on this fucking gun. It's like, I'm sure it was pretty much out of headspace. Like,
Oh yeah,
too.
probably
Like,
so.
it was that fucking trashed. I mean, it had pretty decent rifling. I will say that. Like, mine that I had was made by Savage in 1944, and it actually had pretty decent rifling in it still. But, like, the front sight was a different maker from the rest of the gun, and stock was 3 different colors and had huge gashes and gouges in it, and nothing fit right, and everything was fucking loose on it, and the trigger just was so much mush. Yeah. It's like, I hated it. Like, I refused to buy a number 4 for the longest time because of that. And I found that 1952 Long Branch one that had literally never been issued. Things brand fucking new. I'm like, this thing's amazing compared to that heap of dog shit that probably wasn't even worth its weight in firewood.
They lied to me for so long.
You know? And I was like, ha. But
if they only let me bring my own Enfield, it would have been fine.
Dude, I wouldn't have even wanted to keep my number 4. Because, like, I remember where people upset with the, like, because Canada was like 2017, we're gonna get rid of all our number 4s, we're gonna destroy them. And people were like, no, you should surplus them. I'm like, no, you don't want these. Nobody wants these.
You might want them for spare parts, like the screws.
Pretty much, you can have it as a parts gun. That's about what it would be worth, or like as a cool piece of provenance, like a cool story. But the thing is, they didn't have anything like attached to them to show they were like Canadian Ranger property. It's just a regular number 4 Mark 1 stock.
Like if they were like stamps, like Canadian Rangers or something, that would have been interesting.
If they like stamped them or something cool, they would be worth something to history. But they never did. So it's just your bog standard number 4 Mark 1 star.
They should have secretly done that before flogging them off and just gone, look, they've had this for years. Look, they've Canadian Ranger stamp and just sold them for like 3 times the mark price.
Exactly. They could have sold them off for some, but no, I think they all ended up actually being recycled. Like all of the steel was melted down and used for sold off.
I think at that point it's just like they're so shot through.
They were literally so rattly and worn out and everything. It was like
it's kind of like how like L1A1 SLRs were in like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Like they've been literally used to fuck.
Yeah. It's like they go off, but you're not gonna hit much. You know, like they're so loose, they malfunction, and it's like they're probably just above the borderline where they're not safe anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like you also don't want to surplus a gun to somebody and they go out and shoot it a fuckload and then it blows up, you know, because it's so worn out. And then somebody's going to get pissed and there's going to be lawsuits and crap. So it was best for Canada to just scrap them.
And again, like, it's just like,
Well, they kept some of them for museums and displays and stuff, which is nice. They took some of the nicer ones. They took legit ones. They didn't just get number 4s. They got actual Canadian Ranger used number 4s. Because they all have serial numbers, so they have provenance to who's had them over the years.
Yeah.
And they put them in museums and stuff, which is cool. I'm glad they did that with a couple of them. But, like, you don't need to save all of them.
Yeah.
So, that's all I'm saying. It's rough, but...
Oh, dear.
We should buy a Savage number 4. People don't want the Savage number 4s.
Yeah, no, mine's a Savage. I like mine. It's nice.
Yeah. They're no different than the Long Branch ones, other than the markings.
No. And sometimes you'll end up actually being able to have the actual really nice dial sights as well with the Savage ones. Because they're the ones that end up keeping them throughout the war. When the other when especially like the UK made ones went to the really cheap sites, especially
where that's what all the Long Branch ones had during the war. They all got the stamped sheet metal ones.
Yeah.
A lot of the Savage ones that are wartime ones will have that too, but I think in 45 they started making the dial sight ones. So.
Yeah, the stamp ones are nice, but once that little spring goes, it's just a bit like, eh.
Yeah, then you pretty much just have the battle sight. But
yeah.
but the dial sights are real nice.
Well, like extra range becomes a suggestion kind of thing.
Well, the cool thing though is at least you can be historically accurate, where you can take it off and just throw in a dial sight.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
So because that could have happened at any point during the war if the gun was damaged and it ended up going back to wherever and they had one, they would have just thrown it in there.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember what the date is on mine actually.
gotta pack the stuff up well. You gotta do good. You got a lot of stuff to pack. You bought a shitload of stuff for me, so
what year was this one?
yeah. People don't want the Savage ones for some reason, which is weird. The Canadians really want the Canadian ones, and everyone wants the British ones because they're nicer. The actual number 4s are better than the number 4 Mark 1 stars. So like the actual number 4 Mark 1s are nicer. They really are in a lot of ways. Like having the button for the bolt.
Oh yeah.
Pops up in the rear is so much nicer than having to find that little notch in it, because you know how easy it is to bang up those fucking rails.
Yeah, the notches on my Savage, I hate it. That is the one thing that irritates me about it. And sometimes it will slip out the rail.
Yeah. If you're going
It's
really
just like-
fast and your bolt head's like well lubed, it'll jump out of the rail sometimes. Yeah.
It's
Or
so
also, like,
annoying.
you know how easy it is to fucking, if it does jump out and you try to slam it forward and it fucks up the rail,
Yeah.
and then that was a big thing where you have to, like, you don't want to fuck up the rails on the star patterns.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward's got a question for you.
Yeah, go on, Ed. I'm all ears. Very, very tired all ears, but yes.
It's all right. It is getting pretty late over there for you.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning now.
It's almost getting cool enough to where I feel like I can cook and not bust.
A TV license is an Orwellian thing, which stupid people in the government decide to blackmail and scaremonger elderly people in this country by putting out threatening adverts of vans going around testing to see if you've got your TV license and acting like it's like there's piracy ads from the 90s. It's really fucking weird. Like, yeah, no, it's a stupid. Basically, it's bollocks. It's an excuse for the BBC, which is government funded. Well, it's government funded. It's not government funded. It's funded by our money to produce crap. The BBC used to make good shit, but now they don't, and haven't for a while.
Yeah, now they're second to the the CBC.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Like, I don't think I've paid for a TV license.
I was like, I don't think I've paid for cable or anything in probably
yeah.
It's been a long fucking time.
To anyone who lives in the UK, I say don't pay TV license. It's a con. It's bollocks. And if anyone
just
comes
get the little box and steal cable.
If they come around, knock and go, piss off.
They can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Just so you got a black and white TV, you can't do shit. Like, honestly, a TV license is a con. It's yeah, honestly, like yeah. TV license.
It's just a way for them to get extra money out of you. Is all it is.
Yeah, it's a way for them to take your money to produce random bullshit message pushing stuff. Like, they have to put the message, and that's the funniest thing. Like, when the Doctor Who 60th anniversary or whenever it was anniversary stuff came out a few months ago, the own BBC's review called it, saying they're just trying to push the message. That's from the own BBC's own fucking review. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just crap.
It's just how it is. It's like how the people here in the US, like, if you want to get a license or anything fun, like a hunting license or anything, it doesn't actually cost the government anything to give you that. Or to, like, buy a gun permit or whatever, or a burning permit to, like, have a campfire in your backyard, which is something I need to do. You need to have a permit.
You need to have a burning
$30 to have a campfire.
Really?
Yeah, and the only reason is like, the only thing is like it's just a way for them to get extra money out of you
Hmm.
because I'm already paying taxes. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
That pays all of their wages and everything, but they just want me to pay for this little thing to have permission to do the thing.
It's about control because oh no, we can get them to pay for this. Why? No reason, just want more money. It's just so fucking it's petty
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's
A
stupid.
burning license. I thought
Well,
the UK
I
was
understand if
fucking
it's like there's a bunch of different burning permits. There's ones where it's like burning permits for huge piles of brush, like in farm
yeah.
and stuff, where it's like you're setting a fire so big that people for miles around are going to be like calling the fire department, being like, "Shit is burning. You need to show up."
Yeah.
And if you have a burning license, they're like, "No, it's just this guy burning shit on this day. You have this much time to be able to do that." You know, and stuff like that. But it's just like, but it's like I could for free just being like, "Hey, I want to have a campfire." Cool. Now the city knows I'm going to have a campfire. Why do I have to pay you $30?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like-
it just turns into petty bullshit at that point.
It's like I'm paying taxes already. I'm cool. I'm glad you want to know.
You're on your own property, which you pay taxes for.
Yeah.
In
It's
your
like,
own
I'm glad you know that you want to know that I'm having a fire in case something happens.
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to tell you that, but I don't want to have to pay you to tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. They want you to pay a license because you're in the garden burning tax documents. That's why.
I do use old to start my fires.
Yeah.
And on the burning permit, it says I won't.
all the
burn
cease and
anything.
cease and assist letters that you got from the local government.
Probably, but a lot of it is like they don't want me to burn anything except for wood that has come from this county. And the reason is because we have like they don't want you to bring parasites that might be in an area in another county over to this county and introduce it.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Which is like we have a problem. We have this thing called like emerald ash borer, which is a bug that kills ash trees. And it's in the southern part of the state, but it's not in the northern part of the state. So they don't want you to bring wood from one place to another in case you would introduce.
Okay.
You know, so it's like I understand that.
Yeah.
But
then again, if you're burning it.
But the thing is, some people will bring like a whole truckload of it for the summer.
Yeah. True.
And then it sits around all summer.
Yeah, that's true.
And it could be full of bugs, you know. So it's like I get it.
It's kind of like
wood.
It's kind of like the Australian thing about bringing anything in.
Yeah.
But I get that the point. But yeah, just the general fact of a burning permit for a campfire is fucking ridiculous.
It is stupid, but it's like on the permit it says I'll only burn local wood. It's like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to start my fire if I can't put any fire starter in it and I can't use paper?
How does that stand with like a barbecue then?
Huh? Barbecue's different because it's a grill. I don't need a license to have a gas-powered fucking grill or like a charcoal or wood pellet grill.
All right, just make every campfire a barbecue.
or if you're like one of those big people where you're using like full-size logs to like smoke meat because you have a big smoker, that's fine. You don't need a permit for that. But for me to have a campfire.
Well, if you roasted marshmallows over a campfire, would that technically make it a grill?
No.
Just had meat on a stick over it?
Nope. It has to be like in its own thing. If it's just like in a hole in the ground or in like a thing that is designed to be a fire pit.
Yeah.
Because some people have like those metal above ground fire pits.
Yeah, true.
That counts as a fire. And it's open to interpretation, but I don't think anyone's really going to enforce it unless you have neighbors that really fucking hate you.
Yeah.
And they're going to call the cops on you when you have a fire.
Yeah, you got a license for that burn pit.
It's just like, come on now.
It's just fucking stupid.
But at least our mayor's leaving because I fucking hate our mayor. He's a piece of shit.
I'm not surprised.
He's been mayor for like 10 fucking years because nobody runs against him.
Yeah.
And he's finally like, I'm done. I'm leaving. It's like, good. Fuck that guy.
Yay.
Piece of shit.
He got his golden handshake and he's off.
Well, he owns like a bunch of businesses in town too. So like he makes a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And he passes bills that benefit his businesses and fuck over other people's and stuff. He's a big piece of shit.
Yeah. It's just...
Cinder blocks are good. I have rocks. I have rocks laying my.
Hmm.
I had to move it this year, so now I got tomatoes planted in the old one.
That's the thing with the UK. Like cinder blocks in its sort of self aren't really a thing in the UK.
You
That's
don't have
kind of-
concrete blocks?
Well, we do, but like in the way of like cinder blocks in that sort of like form you find in the US, and also you don't find that at all because most things in general are brick built in the UK. So it's cinder blocks aren't really a thing you really come across.
Well, yeah.
And most things built in concrete are normally like they're not concrete block built in that sort of
They're
sense.
poured.
Yeah. It obviously depends on the construction. But if they are concrete block built, they're normally like solid block, and then concrete is then placed over it at some point as well to reinforce it even more, depending on what it is. Or of the stupid thing, they do pebble dash it, which just looks fucking awful.
Well, the cool thing about cinder blocks is you can stack them. They're all like interlocking, and then they're hollow, so you can put rebar in them to reinforce them and stuff a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, and then you don't need to deal with putting up forms and everything like you do when you pour concrete. And the shitty part is they're about the same price as bricks.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a lot more bang for your buck using cinder blocks.
Yeah, no, of course. I think it does depend. Like when you get into like some of the larger like buildings, if it's like especially stuff that was built in the 60s and 70s, obviously there are a lot of concrete. Not necessarily like the average sort of cinder block. They're normally larger blocks. You're talking about probably about 1.5 meters by about 2 meters or so, and larger.
So you're getting those. They're called the prefab walls.
Yeah.
And so you're getting huge sections of wall, and they're like tongue and groove, and they just like stack them together, and then
It's
they fill the crack in.
Basically Lego, basically. Yeah. There's that sort of shit, but. Yeah, but now it's just like, especially with some of the new builds, they're building on like new estates and everything around the UK, and they're fucking shit. You've got it's single layer brick wall most of the time, with gap between the inner and outer wall, which is obviously normal, but the inner wall is like fucking thin as shit, and there's no reinforcement to it. There's no like actual like solid wall most of the time. It's just like hollow before you get to the outer brickwork, which means if you lean on it too fucking hard, you'll go through it.
Well, that's like American walls. They're literally made out of paper and air.
Awful. It's for the UK. It's fucking awful. Just like they're like I think the statistic is it was 97% of new tenants or owners of new build homes within about 2 weeks complained about stuff that was wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like either the walls aren't good, the plumbing is dreadful nowadays. There's no like actual thought that goes into it. Like the electrics are dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
Walls are crap. The lighting is bad. And just like I saw one. This was so bad. I saw one. But a friend of mine moved into a new build. This was council owned. They moved into a new build, and the hinges of the door to the actual frame weren't screwed in, but they were nailed in. So he opened the door too fast. The fucking thing came off the hinges,
just right off the wall. Yeah,
and I'm just like, and it almost crushed his daughter. And it's just like, are you fucking serious?
That's
literally, they put in like 2-inch nails into the door frame on the. I was like, did you run out of screws? Like, what the
probably,
fuck?
and they're just like, I'm not going to go get another pack of screws to screw it.
And he checked the other doors in the house, all the same. All of them have been nailed in. Like they've been like the hinges have been screwed to the door, but not the hinges screwed to the door frame.
To the wall,
nailed in. Like what the fuck?
But that's like how American houses are built now too. Like the walls are 2x4s, and they're spaced out like 16 inches, and then that's just air. There's nothing in there. Unless it's an outside wall, then you put insulation in.
Yeah.
But all the inside walls are literally they take paper and they basically spray chalk and water in between 2 sheets of paper, and it's called sheetrock.
Yeah.
And so it's this like paper thin fucking wall, essentially, that you nail to the wood studs that are 16 inches apart. So you have two of those and then air just in between. That's
Yeah.
wall here. It's
Fucking
like
crazy.
I could, with my fist and not hurt myself, punch clear through this wall and the wall into the bathroom on the other side.
Yeah, I like because with so I obviously I live in a flat now, but or an apartment, and it's an older build, so it's about 12, maybe 13 years old now. It's still technically a newer build, but it's the older style, so it's built actually quite well. All the outer walls are solid. From it's basically you can feel the brickwork, but then it's been plastered over it.
Yeah.
And then you've got the inner walls, which they're hollow, but there is a decent gap, but it's like solid plasterboard. Quite solid.
That's better than sheetrock. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's decent enough. Like I would have to I would break my hand trying to punch through it, but I would probably be able to punch through it, but I'd break my hand doing it.
No, I could punch through mine. It would hurt, but I wouldn't hurt my hand punching through the wall.
Yeah, no. You would need some effort to go through it. Like you could do it
as long as I don't hit a stud. If I hit a stud,
yeah. If I hit a beam, then there goes my knuckles. But yeah. But you could do it, and I have done it before. Generally, the door itself is weaker than the wall. Because the doors they put in nowadays, it's a light plywood outer shell and it's hollow on the inside.
They're hollow, yeah.
Yeah. Like you'll be hard to come by in modern homes nowadays on the inner doors anyway. Anything that's not hollow.
You can get solid oak doors and replace
them. Yeah, you can. Like the house we were in beforehand, because it was an actual old house.
Yeah.
It was an old, it had like wood beams and everything. Like all the doors in there are solid, all solid. So I quite like that. So I do kind of miss that. But place we're in now, I like. Honestly, we even when it was because we moved in October last year, we never. I think we put the heating on once, or maybe even twice. You don't have to. Yeah, because we're on the middle floor, we get the heating from down below.
Yeah,
we literally get their heating from down below. So it was even now, even like when it was starting to get a little bit warmer. So it is kind of an issue in a way when during the warmer months when like it's still like 22 to 23 degrees inside, like Celsius inside the house, just like it's fucking warm in here.
Yeah.
So thankfully we have like two large like door so in the bedroom and in the living room we've got almost like balcony doors you can open.
Yeah.
So that is kind of good. But yeah.
Get some good airflow coming through, yeah.
Great. It's bloody great. You just open that and just like, okay, it's great, it's better than it now.
That's what because like I lived on the third floor.
Yeah.
And I was in my apartment, which was the top floor.
Yeah.
And it was hot. I never ran heat all winter.
Yeah.
Because I got everyone else's heat. There was only 4 apartments on the third floor. And it was just hot as balls all winter.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, you could have the AC as low as it would go, and it would still be hot as fuck in there.
Yeah.
Because unless everybody in the building was running their AC, all the heat still just rose up to you.
Yeah.
So,
you had
the doors.
You had the balcony there, didn't you? I think
I did have the balcony.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it was rotten as all get out, so I really didn't like going out on it.
Yeah.
If you would have leaned against the railing so hard, you would have just fell like 30 feet. Real shitty. And then when it rained, because the wood was so rotten, it would get like this slime layer of algae.
Oh yeah, nice.
Over the top of it. So it's like if you went out a day after it rained, you would just ice skate right into the fucking Bluth railing 30 feet above the ground. And you're like, oh.
Just like lean out the door and have cigarette back in.
Well, the worst part was I did want to go out and have a cigarette in the winter too. The radiator was right beneath the sliding glass door.
Oh Jesus!
So it would get hot, and that would make moisture form.
Yeah.
On the sliding glass door, the base of it, and then when it would stop, it would all freeze.
Oh fucking hell!
So in the winter, you wouldn't be able to leave the apartment. Like if the building caught fire and I couldn't get to the hallway, I
Yeah.
couldn't get out onto my deck because the door would be frozen under like 2 inches of ice.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, it was a pretty shitty place.
Oh, designed by a genius.
Yeah. So, I
I'm
mean, it
guessing-
made sense to put the radiator that whole length
Mm,
because that's where all the windows and doors were, and that's where all of the cold would be coming in.
yeah.
But in hindsight,
Yeah.
if there's any humidity, like let's say somebody would like to shower at some point during the winter, moisture builds up and then freezes, and you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like the apartment block was designed by a sadist.
It was designed in the 50s. My apartment building was built in the 50s. So it was actually like a sturdy brick building. It was built well.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm guessing the interior and exterior were designed by different people.
yes, that's pretty clear. I had like 1970s like library carpet in there.
Oh, lovely.
A real like short stuff, and it was like tan. Everything was beige.
Mm.
So we've been using an apartment for so long. There's 15 layers of white paint on the walls.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's what gives the wall strength. Is just the layers of
Oh,
paint.
for sure. That's how you get the soundproofing. So, because for the longest time, I lived next to the neighbor that lived in the building almost as long as me. They moved in a year after I did because I lived there for 7 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, 6 years. I lived there for 6 years, and almost 7 years. But it 2 lesbians moved in next to me, and they were really good people. But like their bedroom was right up against my kitchen. So it'd be like 2 a.m. in the morning, and you're like trying to cook food after you get home from like the late shift, you know, and they're just going at it. So you're like cooking ramen noodles, and like you can, all your spices are moving in the cabinets because the wall is against, you know, and you're like, Jesus Christ. So
would you finish already? I need to make dinner.
yeah, it's just like simmer down.
You're making the cumin dance. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, Jesus, they were nice enough though. So
I was having fish last night. Apparently, so were you.
I'd go water their plants and stuff while they were gone because they would go on like these trips and stuff. But
Oh god,
take care of their cat. They had a really tiny, scared of everything cat.
God bless.
They were all right. And then I found out shortly after I moved out, they evicted everybody and turned it into like Section 8 housing for refugees.
Oh, fun times.
Because the owner could make more money
from the government
having it be refugee housing than having people rent it out.
That's crazy though.
They have a pit bull. No, they didn't have a pit bull. They just had one little black cat. They had like 85 pairs of Birkenstock sandals. And they both drove Subarus. So
of course they did, because they were yeah.
So I was like, but other than that, you would have never been able to tell they were.
What type of Subaru though?
I think one had a Forester, which is like an SUV. It's like a small SUV, and the other one had an Outback.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. One of them drove a black Subaru Forester, and the other one drove a Stormtrooper white Subaru Outback.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Like, like if you didn't know from them telling you they were, you could tell by the cars.
That's right.
And the sandals.
The sandals. I swear to God, they each had so many fucking different pairs of Birkenstocks. And they were all like evenly worn too. Like they're old as shit, you know, where they're like the leather is just black on the top because they wore them so long. And it's like, you just wear one and then get rid of it and wear the next one.
Each pair has a day of the week on it.
Well, they all had like different colors and different like strap designs and like so it was weird.
Jesus Christ.
Were they good looking? I mean, decently. They were a couple years younger than I was, so they're in their like mid-20s. Considering I'm gonna be 30 in 4 hours here.
Oh Jesus.
All right, I'm an old fucking man.
Well, you're 30 in the world of tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm speaking to the past right now. How is the past?
It's all right. Yeah, 3.5 hours. I'm gonna be 30 years old.
Well, you've currently
I
been.
feel
30,
like I'm 50.
You've currently been 30 for 2.5 hours here. So.
Well, technically, I won't be 30 until like 4:17 in the morning here. So I actually got
Okay.
I actually got like 8 hours almost.
But we better not get technical.
Right. And I think I might put some 303 British ammo on whatever, and then I'm gonna on order, and then I think I'm gonna tomorrow. I'm sure everyone's gonna be fucking calling me off the hook, being like "Happy birthday," and I'm just gonna be like, "Shut up! I'm trying to fix this lawnmower." So, you guys gotta fuck off.
Hey,
My hands are covered in gas and grease and fucking 2-year-old grass that's rotten. All right, I'm trying to fix this fucking lawnmower. I'm tired of wiping my hands off using all my shop rags. And
we find you like 2 hours later, just with the pull cord in hand, going, "I killed it."
that's how it was last year when I was working. I was like seriously like trying to do something. And everyone's like, "Happy birthday!" And it's like, no, I'm doing stuff. It's
Thank you, but
Tuesday.
no.
Yeah. It's like shit. So this year it'll probably everybody will just get left, and I'll just call them all back late in the evening while they're all trying to sleep and be like, "Oh, that's weird. Were you trying to do something? Shit."
Just do like a group send to all thanks and just send it out.
They talk to me on different stuff. I'll get someone like Facebook Messenger, and then I'll get like posts on Facebook, and I'll get like Snapchats, and I'll get fucking actual phone calls and shit. So, and emails and crap. I was just gonna by the like third one, because the first one's gonna come at like 5 in the morning from my mother, and it's just gonna be like, why? And these will be like, okay, that's fine. It comes at the same time every year, but like. The second I get 2 in a 10-minute period, I'm gonna lose it. That's how it always goes. It's like because I just think, that's probably everybody, and I set it down and I start doing something and it goes off.
Well, you're only 30 once.
So it's just like Jesus Christ. I'm just 11:59 p.m. That's fine because by then the day will be over and I'll be so fucking checked out by then. But I already had like people that are like, "Oh, do you want to go get food tomorrow?" And it's like I can only eat so many times.
What you need to set up is like one of those automated like messages, email things. So just once they message you, just immediately sends them a reply. Like Devin is at the office, is unreachable for the next 24 hours.
I have that set for text, and my voicemail I can just reject a call and it'll go to my French voicemail. Right? Everyone fucking loves that when I fucking immediately send them to the French voicemail, and they get pissed off about that. They're like, "I can't understand what the fuck you're saying." It's like
you should do it like they're phoning like the French embassy, and they're like, "Who the fuck have I called?"
Yeah. Well, it's like I say it all in French first, and then I repeat everything in English afterwards. And they're like, "I don't know what the fuck you're saying." It's like, well, if you would have waited another 10 seconds, you could have found out exactly what I said. Hello, I'm not here right now. Leave a message. Bye. So, and but like it's
please leave parcels and presents at this address, this PO box.
I don't ever get any presents. I don't ever get shit. I have to buy everything for myself, which is all right. So
no, well,
yeah, because I think
I'll put the lightweight bag as a present then when I get one. Yeah,
there you go. No worries. But like it's like. It's whatever, because I'm just so used to not I didn't get anything as a child because
I've already seen your cat badge before, so at least it's something.
You did send me that cat badge. That was a good. Yeah, I'm actually really thankful to have that because you can't find those. But like the 102nd, Rocky Mountain Rangers cat badge was really nice. But
it was nice little. You mentioned it to me. I was like, let me have a look.
Yeah, and then you're just like, it's $10. I'm like, there's one here in the United States right now for $360. And you're like, it's $10.
Like shit.
Man. Yeah. I was like, fuck.
It costs more to fucking ship it.
Yeah. It cost you like, $15 to get it over. It was still way cheaper than $360. But yeah.
That's insane though.
It's
But
so
that's sort of what we were talking about earlier. Like you said about like 303 stuff. Like
Yeah.
over here is getting stupid to find, and it's like stupid money. But over there, it's like it's a weird thing. Like, how is that over here cheaper than it is?
Well, yeah,
back
I
in-
sent one of my subs. He sent me a bunch of Austrian stuff, and I'm like, "What do you want?" He's like, "I have an SMLE. I don't have any clips for it." He's like, "Can you just send me like 2 clips?" I'm like, "I'll send you a dozen of them. Literally, send me a dozen." And I was filling out the form, and I was like, "Declared value," and I'm like, "They're worthless. They don't cost anything over here." And so the Austrian government seized it, the package, and they were like, "We don't believe you. These are worthless." He was like, "It says they seized it because the forms were wrong." So I had to
Yeah.
call the Austrian post office and they answer a bunch of questions and stuff. And they're like, "Yeah, we think you lied. We don't think these aren't worth anything." I was like, "Throw them away then. I'll send them 12 more." And they're like, "For reals?" I'm like, "Yes, I have a 5-gallon bucket of 303 British clips. Throw them away. It's not worth it to send them back. Just
Yeah.
get rid of them. I'll send them a dozen more, and I'll
You're
say they're
losing
worth
money
$1."
posting it.
Yeah, I'll say they're worth $1. Like they're so fucking worthless here, and they're like, "Oh, okay." They really believe me, and they just sent it to him. Then finally, after holding it for like 2 months, waiting because they didn't believe me they were that worthless. Because I'm like, I don't know what they fucking cost over in Europe, but he's like, I have like 1,000 of the things. They're worthless here. Literally, don't give a shit. Throw them away. I literally told them that. The lady was so taken aback by that. She's like, "Well, we don't think these are worth nothing," and I'm like, "Throw them away then. I'll send them 12 more. I don't give a shit. They're
And if you get rid of those, I'll send him 12 more.
yeah, exactly." And it's like they're that fucking cheap. But then I
And
sent
keep
him some
telling
other
you, your
stuff.
post office is full.
Yeah, it's like he bought a couple like web gear set, American web gear sets for me for his like cool M16 he bought and everything like that. And then I sent those over to him, and I spent like $60 to get it to Europe. Okay,
Yeah.
and then I spent $70 extra for custom stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, and then they still charged him 75 euros on top of that for custom stuff. So it's
crazy,
like
isn't it?
total postage wise was almost 200 fucking euros
Yeah.
to move a box this fucking big because I wedged those 2 websets down into a box like the size of a fucking brick.
It's bizarre. It really is bizarre. So I sent a Stahlhelm to Canada. That cost, I think I sold it for 150. I think was it 150. I can't remember now. But postage wasn't that bad, and then stuff back from Canada itself wasn't too bad in general. I think I said to you like,
Yeah,
I got some stuff from over there, which was like cost me 70 Canadian dollars, and it was an extra 70 Canadian dollars to get it posted to here,
yeah.
which wasn't too bad.
I mean,
But
it
yeah,
depends where it's coming from in Canada. If it's coming from one of the coasts, the postage will be cheap. But if it's coming from the interior anyway, it doesn't take long to get expensive.
It was Ontario.
Yeah, but if it's the far side of Ontario, it can be.
Yeah. Well, annoyingly, the helmet was fucking weird. Like, so I sent it out to him, and for some reason, the Canadian Postal Service sent it to the wrong fucking town. And I was like, oh, and it sort of went. It was a pain in the ass. So I was trying to find out and do like, what's it called? Not
Like a
inquest.
lost package thing or whatever.
Kind of, yeah. There's a word for it, but yeah, I was trying to do those, trying to sort of find out what the fuck's happening with it. Eventually, they sort of realized what has happened and gone wrong, and they eventually sent it to him like almost a month later. And I was getting really frustrated. He was getting frustrated. He was like, "Where is it?" I said, "I have no idea. I don't know what the fucking Canadian Postal Service has
It's lost
done."
to the post office gods right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the ether somewhere. It's this fucking M35 German helmet is going back and forth between one post office and another. I have no idea.
You sold an M35 German helmet for $150.
100. It was altogether with everything else. It was £195.
You know, in North
I don't
America,
know, but
they're
it's
worth like $2,000. You know that, right?
yeah, I know. But it was so the liner had been redone. There was a weird paint job on it.
But if it's an actual shell,
yeah, I know.
you could have got like $500 for it.
I know. But I tried selling it for a little bit higher elsewhere. I had no takers.
Yeah.
I had it up for at least about 2-3 weeks. And I was like, I just wanted rid of it. It was a nice one. Let me see if I can find the.
See if you could find the listing for it. Because it's like I would have gave you $200 for it.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Just saying.
God damn it! Did I send it to him? Try and remember where the pictures are for it. If I can still find them. Well, oh, here we go.
How much was it?
So let me send you the picture of it.
Okay. I mean, that's not so bad. The decal's wrong. The paint's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's a 66, which is a good size. Yeah. Yeah, you could have got. I would have gave you 200 for that.
Yeah, I think all in all, with the posters and everything, and a little bit extra he put in the top of that, I think I got just under 200 quid all in total. So with what I gained along with the posters extra, I think I actually made £170 on it roughly.
That's not so bad.
So, yeah, it's all right. Posters actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. To Canada.
No, well, the exchange rate from pounds to Canadian dollars is really good.
Yeah, but yeah, the actual sort of like cost of the postage wasn't bad, so it turned out to be about £26 to post.
That's not bad at all. Yeah,
Which wasn't bad.
To go for international, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, it took a little while, obviously, and then obviously with the fucking fuck around delays, but I sold it alongside the cover I've always had on it, because the whole Luftwaffe decal thing was kind of cool, but obviously it wasn't correct or anything. But I always had this cover on it. So,
oh, okay. Yep, the splinter pattern helmet cover.
It was quite nice. I had that cover for fucking years, and it just had that sort of like hue to it, which made it look quite. Even when I put
nice
it on
and faded, but not like ratty.
Yeah, when I put it on the Stahlhelm forums and everything, asking people if they were interested, and a couple of people think was like, "Is the cover original?" I went, "No." They went, "Oh, really? Oh shit!" It just looked like it was aged well.
It's just sat around that long, yeah.
Yeah, I've literally, because I just had it for fucking ages, and it's just been on the helmet all the time.
It just sat there, and the light hitting it and everything.
Yeah. But it was nice. I did. Oh, there were some other markings I found as well, but I can't. But yeah, it was an ET66.
Yeah, it's a good size.
And I
wish there's so many things I want to order too. Like I don't want to spend $500 on a Henry Pump 22, but that's the thing I've been asking for Christmas and my birthday now for years.
Yeah.
Oh well. One of these days. That's how it always goes. There's like, here's the one thing I want, and then I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'll buy it myself. And then 2 years later, I'll find something else I want, and I won't get that. And then I just end up buying it myself.
It's not like I go like 1 month, I'm like, oh, next month I'm buying that. And then other shit pops up. I'm like, maybe next month I'll get the, and then so on and so forth.
Well,
it's like
my collection's got so focused now that I'm like nickel and diming, waiting years to find the 1 or 2 things I'm missing that I want. And then when they come along, they're usually not super expensive, but it's like it's just waiting for them to come along.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't ask for it because it's like you're not going to find one. the
Yeah,
stuff that I
sometimes
actually want. But the things that I do want that everyone can get are kind of pricey, and then nobody wants to pay for them.
sometimes you get those lucky little breaks, like I was showing to you on the last stream I was on with you. Was that NI Wright helmet? Like,
Yeah.
I had no idea those things existed like a year ago. And then I saw one come up for sale, and then I asked about it and I inquired about it. And they said, "Oh no, it's already been. I've had a deposit down from a guy from the States." I was like, "Okay, that's a shame." Well, we'll see if one comes up within the next couple of years or whatever. And then lo and behold, like a month or two later, my mate messages me saying, "Jake, this has just come up, 150 quid." So it was cheaper than the other one. I was like, "Yep, cool." Immediately sent the message, went, "I want." And I was getting really, I sent him I DM'd him directly, and he didn't reply for a while. I was getting really nervous. I was like, someone better not beat me to the punch. I really want
someone's already got it. They're fucking
like,
wearing in their house.
Yeah, and he eventually replied. I was like, yes, thank Christ. Yeah, that was really lucky. That was so, and that was for only 150 quid, which for that is really, really good.
I get it. I had something the other day like that. I finally found a 46 pattern pair of Canadian ammo boots.
Yeah.
The only difference from the World War II ones to the 46 pattern ones is they got rubber soles, just like the American boots did. And they wore those until 1966. That's when they were replaced. And then obviously the couple of years for the reserves to trickle through. Mm-hmm. Finally, a pair showed up on eBay in my size, in unused condition, for 125 bucks.
Not bad.
I was like, take my fucking money, because beat up pairs you can't wear that are in like child sizes sell for like $600. And I was like, fuck yes. And I know it's a true guy because I bought stuff from him before, this guy. And he sends me a message the next day and he's like, I actually sold these in my shop earlier today and my staff didn't take it down, so I'll have to give you a refund. I was like, I've been looking for a pair of these for like 15 fucking years. And it's like, fuck. So screwed over, because I'd love to have an original pair of either World War II or the 46 pattern Canadian ammo boots in my size. I'm not probably ever going to wear them because they're so hard to find now.
Yeah.
But
just
to find a pair in my size.
Nice little icing on the cake to the collection.
Yeah. Because it would be just, I was like, this would be literally one of the hardest things for a Canadian impression for me to find is the boots, literally. And because nobody makes repros of them, at least like good repros.
Yeah.
And can't find them.
Yeah.
Just gone. And I was like, thank fucking Christ, it's finally done. And then the guy's like, I told him already, sorry.
Yeah. Dan, no, I could have just said to them, it's original. But no, I don't want to, especially on one of those forums, I was like, I don't want to risk being fucking called out for bullshit. So I was like, no, it's not real. It was Epic Militaria one as well, actually, from what I remember.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which that cover. So I was like, but it's just been aged so well, just naturally. I haven't done the dirt or whatever. I've done.
Well, it sounds like you should get another one and keep it for the same amount of time and sell it.
Yeah, like because I did a couple of events with it. Because when I originally bought all the German stuff, bar the helmet I had for a while beforehand. When I bought all the German stuff, it was originally for a film shoot I was helping out with. And then I did a couple of events with it, and then it's just sat in the collection for years now, and I just ended up selling a bunch of it to a okay known historian back last year. So I flogged it to him. I flogged it to him for like 100 quid, like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
No, 150 quid actually. It was the I think he bought the tunic, trousers, the Gamartian, and the boots off, because he does some he helps up with some film stuff as well as like bits and pieces
for props laying around and stuff.
for like experiences and everything. So he bought that, which is kind of cool. I sold the Bergamuts, which is actually really, really nice Bergamuts, to a friend of mine who does like partisan stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I sold that to him, and he wanted the belt as well. So I was like, yeah, you have the belt, and that was like both of them together were like what, 25 quid. So that's fine.
Heck yeah.
The saying the bag books was really nice. I had like Edelweiss and that on it as well. It was really nice. Because the whole thing was thinged up as Gebirgsjäger.
Yep.
So just because I thought it was a bit more interesting.
That's what I would
yeah.
put together. That's what my Austrian World War One is.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
I know, right? Fucking spicy.
Shit.
That's the origin of all the cool German stuff in World War II. It all started with Austria in World War One.
Indeed.
Just saying.
Oh dear. Right, I better go to fucking bed,
I
mate.
know, right? It's getting pretty late. I'm getting pretty fucking hungry.
Yeah. Well,
I've only had like 7 scoops of salsa today because it's been hot.
let me be the again first, even though I said it earlier, to say happy birthday.
Oh,
when Nick
thanks.
comes round. But it's
I
happy
feel
birthday to you, so happy birthday.
I feel very old. Tomorrow, I'm sure it's going to be just hotter than fuck, and everyone's going to be bothering me while I'm trying to fuck this lawnmower.
Just reply back. To every message you get, just reply back with a picture of the lawnmower.
I told a lot of people today, I'm like, don't fucking talk to me tomorrow until after like 5 p.m. because I'm going to be fixing the fucking lawnmower. Tomorrow, it's going to be me in the garage, and the lights are going to be flickering, and there's just going to be lawnmower parts across the whole fucking garage.
Just like let's see in the news tomorrow, like man goes on murder spree with broken lawnmower.
You're going to get out the like 7-pound fucking sledgehammer by the end of it and just be
You're just walking around with the blade in your hand.
Yeah.
The blade and the pull cord when it's not started, just going.
Yeah, I got to take the blade off and sharpen it too. The thing is, you couldn't cut through a thick fucking fog with that blade. It's pretty fucking
Just
dull.
sitting there with the grindstone in the yard, just looking at people as they walk
Well,
past.
it was a lawnmower I bought that stopped running over a decade ago, and then
Yeah.
has just been sitting.
Yeah.
I got it for $5, and I
Yeah.
bought it because it's a Husqvarna lawnmower, which they're pretty nice,
Mm.
and it's one of the older ones that has the Briggs and Stratton engine on it.
Yeah.
Because they went to Honda Motors not a couple years ago, and they're not as good as the Briggs and Stratton ones.
Yeah.
Because Briggs and Stratton engines are super easy to work on. They always have been, and it's a thing that they market, that their engines are super easy to work on. And
Yeah.
parts are cheap. But the thing is, I just don't want to take it apart. So I got to do it while I have the motivation to take it apart. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, we'll call it a night then.
Yeah.
I'm going to go order some boulettes and potentially maybe look at getting Kevin replaced with the same thing that I got on the Swiss guy.
Oh, okay, fair.
Because Kevin is a cheap $70 Amazon mannequin
Yeah.
who can barely support his own weight, let alone.
I think Ken is like he's a German made one.
Ooh,
They cost like 90 quid, brand
that's
new.
not bad.
Which is what, like $150 roughly.
That's not bad. Yeah.
So, it's a common thing. So
Well,
yeah.
if I get the same one that's under, I guess his name is Dickolas because he doesn't have a dick. But Dickolas is his name, I guess. So if I get the same thing that Dickolas is, those are like shipped $350.
Ooh,
It's like a proper professional dress mold that'll
Yeah.
hold like 150 pounds.
yeah.
So, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's-
All right. Well, we'll call it. We'll let you go to sleep
absolutely.
because I really got to piss.
Yeah.
All right. Nighty night, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys.